Testing, 1, 2. Okay, now that's not going to be my voice modulated portion, so any voice mods will not show up today. I don't know why that's acting up, but welcome to Chaotic Calling Streaming. We're going to get right back into the session here. You should be able to hear me now. If the volume of my mic is too loud or too bursty, please let me know. I would love to try to fix that. But we are currently getting into the session now, so let's try that out. Let us try to get back to where we should be, right? Alright, let me go ahead and get the music playing. Alright, so welcome to Chaotic Calling. I am the DM Starwind, and these are some adventures that are out exploring the lands of Elsparia. We have with us tonight Faustus Dawnbreaker.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
We have Kronk.
Good evening.
we have Elizabeth.
Good evening, everybody.
And then later on, we will have a new character join us, Jack. I'll let him go ahead and say hi now, though.
Howdy, y'all.
All right, so after preparing for a voyage to Perinthia, the group decides to return back to Faustus' home and assist him in what endeavors are awaiting there. Shella is just excited to meet the parents, and Faustus feels the same, question mark? Upon spending time on the sloop leading to the port city of Esperpeak Bay, they decide to try some deep-sea fishing. Kronk is asked to prepare a pufferfish that Elizabeth caught. Kronk, thinking he prepared it properly, offered it up to the group, only to find out he didn't cut it properly, and Faustus had a brief meet and greet with death. Shella quickly revives him with a revivify that Elizabeth offered the diamond for. Taking away Kronk's cooking license, the group continues to get to Esperpeak Bay and found arrangements to make their way to the city of Calvona. Upon traveling to Calvona, the group realized they could take a pit stop to the retreat that Ninny owns. There, they hoped to meet with Amara again, but alas, she was out on errands with Ninny, as Asmaria was tending to the retreat. And along the way in, I think some of you saw a unicorn wandering through the forest. There, we had discussions about looking for a golden-skinned tiefling that caught Asmaria's ear, but after comparing notes, the descriptions didn't match. It seems she's looking for a similar tiefling, but her heart is hung heavy, not finding a clue. The group continues on and leaves a message for Amara and continued on to Faustus' family estate. There, the group met with the house head butler, Sebastian, who invited the party in and welcomed Master Faustus back home. There, the staff, including a woman named Josephine, helped carry in any baggage the group had. After settling in, Faustus took Josephine upstairs to his room to help him with stuff. No, don't get it twisted. There, he had a conversation with her about being his mom and caused her to pass out. Sebastian quickly came to the young master's aid and carried Josephine off to the servants' quarter, which is where I think we left off. So, yeah, you're currently looking at the back of Sebastian as he opens the door, takes Josephine into the servants' quarters, and sets her down into a bed nearby. What are you guys doing? Are you standing outside, or did you have any intentions of following, or what's the plan here?
Yeah, Crump probably would have just stayed in the hallway after he got carried off.
Am I quiet now? I turned up my gate. You let me know. I'll try some other tricks too. I don't want to get it too loud because it will burst on my end. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a lot of things all at once. Alright. Let us continue. So, Kronk is just staying out in the hallway. What's everybody else doing?
Well, as per last session, Faustus had turned away from the group and went back into his room.
Okay. And, Arthur, what are you up to?
Okay, probably gonna just look at that, kind of look back at him again. And can I make a quick insight to see if I could put two and two together?
Sure.
Okay.
So, Faustus was down the stairs first, and now he's returning back to his room. Is that right? I just want to make sure I'm picturing this correctly.
Oh yeah, supposedly they were already just outside his room anyway, so he just turned away from the group and went back in.
All right, so yeah, you guys went to the top. So here's what I'm imagining, and you can tell me if you think differently. But so yeah, Sebastian had to run upstairs and pick up Josephine. At which point he goes down the stairs. So I'm assuming if that's the case, everybody stayed upstairs because Faustus was still there, or did you follow behind to see where Sebastian was going? It's kind of like what I'm answering right now. But you're making an insight check on Faustus, I assume?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, good old roll.
There it is.
There we go.
He's fine. Nothing wrong with him. He wouldn't even lie. Couldn't even tell you a lie. You didn't really have a good moment to read him, so maybe if you had a better chance to get a gauge on him, you feel like, crap, I have to actually talk to him to get anywhere.
Oh, there's that first roll.
Yeah, okay, but I only saw an 8. I
Yeah.
assume roll 20 is acting up again. My apologies.
The
But,
pandas were sad.
yeah, they were. But yeah, you're welcome to go in and talk to him. Like, he just walked back into the room, sat down on the bed, I'm assuming.
No, he's standing kind of like he's like I want you to imagine like it just like again his back turned probably like staring out a window.
Faustus, are you okay? And Shello will walk in there and check on you. So,
It was her. I I know it wasn't.
well, I just want to know if I'm ever going to get the chance to meet your mother. Shello, you poor creature.
Shut up, please be quiet.
Oh, okay. She'll just kind of like shallowly like lurk away from you and just kind of like go off to a corner of the room. All of a sudden, as like the rest of you are still standing outside the main bedroom door of Faustus, right? That's basically what I need to confirm now.
Yeah.
And you too, Arthur?
Yeah, just kind of looking, trying to figure out what the best option would be.
Make a perception check, you two. And, Moonbeam, if you're in chat, can you ban those cretins? I'm gonna try to do some of these too. I don't know where those guys came from, but you know, they're gonna help my chat boxing a little bit. Alright, so 15 perception from Arthur and a 5 from Kronk. Kronk, I guess you're just not paying attention, more interested in the things in the shell than outside at the moment. But all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, like you could have sworn you would have seen it. You could have sworn you would have noticed this man coming up the stairs, but Sebastian is right behind you, and now he's walking towards the door of Faustus. But you did not see him come up the stairs. He just appeared out of nowhere, it seems like. Excuse me. And he kind of like brushes past the pair of you. Master Faustus.
Yes, Sebastian.
Yes, your mother is gonna tend to your servant, and we shall make sure that she's okay. She's gonna go check on her right now. Do you need anything?
Nothing for the present, Sebastian. If you'll excuse me, I believe I might take a walk.
As you wish, Master. And he will about face and walk out of the room and start walking back towards the stairs. And Arthur, like, yeah, you look one way for a moment, then you go back to look to where Sebastian was walking off to, and once again, you did not see him go down the stairs, but now he's already gone.
I'm most curious.
And Shelley's just kind of like mumbling to herself off in the corner.
Faustus by this point is he inhales deeply, exhales, and begins like messing with the buttons on his shirt.
Oh God, yeah, she helped you button your shirt. Oh, that stings. Oh man. Yeah, they're nice buttons. What are we doing?
So, so without really looking Shell in the eye, like Faustus turns back around and starts heading out his own room, pushing past the others.
So yeah, you guys see Faustus push away. Shell is just like trailing behind.
I think at this point, our Arthur would be able to put two and two at least enough together, like something's not right. So gonna kind of walk up and try to talk with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Faustus, says everything all right?
Immediately, you'll hear a message in your head. Not here.
But there will be a mental reply. Okay. I have an idea, but still okay. And then I'll just follow him.
Faustus will stop dead for a moment and look to the others. How about I show you Carvona? We've barely seen it since we've arrived.
I think that'd be great. What do you think, Krog? Think we can explore a little bit?
Maybe we can find the quest board.
Yeah, you got a thing for those, don't you?
I liked your help.
Okay, I think we're on board for that.
Yes, whatever it is, we just need to, let's just leave the estate for now and explore the town.
All right.
And with that, he'll turn back around and start walking out toward the entryway.
Yeah, as you're walking down, we see for a brief moment as you're about to leave the foyer and everybody's following behind you, this woman dressed in a lavender long dress that kind of like silkly pushes against her body with a fuzzy gray and black fur that goes around the neckline of it. And she steps out. Faustus, are you leaving so soon?
It's like, oh, it's my apologies. I just thought perhaps I would get some fresh air. I've been near in Carvona for an hour or so.
So, Faustus, just out of curiosity, what are your surface thoughts?
So right now they're probably pretty muddled and confused, but at least in this moment, like definitely like with surprise that she's seeing her there.
And yeah, you see her just give you the stink eye, right? Like this look that you've always seen. And it's like that moment you've had reflections of whenever Lillian gave you this look that she knew. She knew everything that was wrong at the moment. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. She gives you that look, and she just kind of like sighs a bit, and she's like, I understand, Faustus. I assume you're going to be showing your... And she kind of like looks casually over to the kobold for the first time. Your new friends to town, then I take it?
So yes, I thought it would be most rude to not show my charges the city. I would be a most ungrateful host, would I not?
Indeed, you have been taught well, my boy. Tell you what, while you're out, I will see to a lovely dinner for everyone. I'll make sure we have the finest dinnerware and the finest meal made, so enjoy your time in town. And don't worry, I'll make sure Josephine is feeling better as soon as you get back. and she just kind of
What's
like turns and goes back to the corner or the quarters, unless you say something to her.
So, of course. So, thank you, Mother.
Anything for you, my boy. And she just kind of like turns and soldiers her way back into the room where Sebastian can be seen tending over Josephine, and then the door shuts. You're afraid to leave the manor now.
Yeah, there was a bit of built-in tension that he didn't realize he'd had until she had left,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, well, everyone, let's be on our way.
All right.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead and talk. I'm trying not to talk over you. Go ahead.
yeah. All awkwardness. Okay. So, anyways, Arthur would probably just walk with and look over to Faustus. I do actually need to stop and send a couple messages. Putting emphasis on the word message.
Yeah, don't worry, my brain is working today. So Faustus's brain is also working today. And so with that, like messages to you, as basically assuming as like they're like actually walking out of the manor itself, like, I'll ask your questions.
I don't have many. Also, I actually do need to form a bit of a network, get back to time more, but right now, two things. One, take it that was the person you thought was Mother, and two, would you like me to keep an eye on the area?
So yes, she's the woman from my dreams. I know for certain that there's something wrong.
You would expect Shella to interrupt, but for once, she's just been really quiet.
Right now, this is literally a messaged conversation, so
Oh, yeah,
she wouldn't
yeah,
be able to
yeah.
hear it.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying like whatever is going on. Like she, you know, you
Oh,
would
okay,
expect
yeah.
her to say something smart like, "Are we gonna beat your butt?" No, she's just not doing that. So I'm just trying to add a little extra outside stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, go ahead, continue. As you guys continue walking out of the manor proper and make your way to town. So we'll walk and talk. Go ahead.
And then on watching the area, do you think it'd be a bit too conspicuous, or?
Even with your abilities, you'd stick out like a sore thumb.
I'll take that as the no then. Okay, actually, I
It's like
have.
you don't have the cadence of a servant of the Dawnbreakers. No offense, or I don't believe you would take offense to that at all, actually.
After saying everything, I don't think I want to take offense. If anything else, I would take it as an insult if you did tell me I had that. Anyways, that's.
No, I'm gonna ask for a friend. Are any of you like looking back at the manor, just kind of like looking back just in case someone's following or anything of that nature?
Kronk's meandering, but I don't think he's looking back.
I mean,
I mean,
Arthur is going to be.
Yeah, if you feel like that's what you're doing, like offhandedly even, like go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, Arthur would be just keeping his eyes out, just no matter what right now, looking for familiar faces, or if he just happens to catch someone following them, then hey.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just I'm asking for a friend.
What perception?
Yep, perception checks if you're just casually looking back at the manor. On the second story of the manor, like close to Faustus' room, you could have sworn you seen the silhouette of Sebastian just kind of like staring out of a curtain, and then it closes.
strange folk around here. Oh, and one last question. Where would the local constabulary be at? Or anywhere where I can dig up information on the tiefling populace?
Would I know where the constabulary is?
Yeah, you know where a sheriff's office is.
Yes, if you just go some blocks that way and turn on that street, you should be able to find it just fine.
I'm just gonna try to find my notes on Calvona real quick while we're doing all this. Alright, here we go. Still a lot of world building that can happen on this side of the planet, so. But yeah, he can definitely point you to the nearest sheriff's office. Like the guard watch and all that is also related to the sheriff building. And yeah, we can go right there, or if you got somewhere else you want to go.
I think I'll walk with Faustus for a bit, and then as we get closer to the manor again, I'll probably split off.
I mean, he can
So far,
lead
just
you-
trying to get the lay of the land.
Yeah, so like if Faustus wants, he can like lead you there if he has no direct path to go somewhere in specific. So, I mean, you said you were going to give him a tour, right? So I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, he's just literally walking the street, just like maybe a bit distracted, but he is able to like point out important buildings as they're going.
You happen to pass by maybe one particular building called the Aspiring Sanctuary that seems to have like a lot of animals and pets and creatures inside. But you continue down the street even further, and in like right at the corner of this street in particular, there's like this sheriff's office. And outside, like I kind of imagine it almost being like a western type looking place, right? Like the old cork boards on the outside. There's barred windows. There's a little entranceway to go into the actual office, and then probably somewhere beyond the front office, there's a holding cell for, whoever wants to do terrible deeds and get locked up for the night. Go ahead and drink that good shit and see what happens. But it's just this cork board on the outside definitely has a lot of posters just hanging on it with the words "Help Wanted" below these really well detailed imageries of people who, comparing it to Timor, they are using something a little bit more unique whenever they're portraying pictures. Either the artist is really good at making it look realistic, or it was done by magic.
So here we are. So I presume this is about your own personal business.
And at this,
Slightly.
yeah, and as you're like approaching this, I'll say like our new friend who is in our chat here, Jack, like your character's kind of staring at the board at the moment, and if you want, tell us what we're looking at, and a little bit about your character as an introduction, as the camera zooms in on you, peels away from the party, and gives you a brief moment. So tell us a little bit about what you look like and what you are.
Jack Van Zandt. It's a 5'10" human. Man with shoulder-length black hair, a soul patch, no other facial hair, and tan skin that almost seems leathery to the touch. Button-up brown shirt under a breastplate, dark brown traveling pants, black leather boots, and a long brown trench coat. He's a long-brimmed black leather hat and black leather gloves. Made so he can't really see the dirt on him. It's definitely made for traveling. And in his hands currently, tapping on it, is a light crossbow, unloaded, as he's staring at the poster board. Confused, doesn't know what to choose. Just standing there.
So you guys see this figure as you're approaching. He's staring at this board and at one particular help wanted poster. Yeah, I'll let you guys take over for a moment, and then I'll add details as you reveal them.
Yeah. So, back towards Faustus real quick, slightly. Maybe also some side business while we're here, get some extra money, and is Mina gonna look up at the human staring at the board? maybe meet someone else? It's gonna go up there, stare at it as well. One more in particular, I'm looking for a very specific one on the tiefling, so.
Yeah.
You need me to roll anything, or?
I mean, you're able to look at the board, no problem. I'm about to type out the main one that you guys would probably find interesting, so yeah, I'll give you that information in a minute.
Yep. While that's going on, searching, gonna just kind of casually talk with the other person. Any good catches recently?
Nothing worth time, really. I'm used to catching easy ones, but this place sure is different. Not used to it. I'm used to back home. Can't make heads or tails of this place.
But the hard ones are where the fun ones at. And where might you call home?
Well, I'll keep out of the personal bit, but I don't know. I'm just used to wrangle up multiple bounties at once. Small time fries, little, easy cash and easy money. Bring them in whenever I want.
Alright, so before you, and I'll read out what I just typed. I was kind of like trying to remember what I had planned for this. So, one at Dead or Alive, a dual set of bandit leaders, a tiefling and a Yuan-Ti who are displayed here as last seen. The tieflings share similar features that remind you of who you're looking for, Elizabeth. And the Yuan-Ti, let's be fair, Jack, make a perception check. Or an investigation, whichever one works better for you.
Let's do investigation.
I mean, all Yuan-Ti kind of look alike, but this might be a lead to the one you're actually looking for. Definitely catches your eye, and the hefty price tag makes you think this isn't going to be an easy job.
I usually work solo, but these two are worth this much. Damn, I'm gonna need help. I don't like asking for help, but you think you want to join up for a moment?
Yeah, everybody needs to have a bit of help every once in a while. Just kind of turns attention to the poster, more importantly, the tiefling. Just kind of freezes up for a second.
Yeah, new refound kindled flame. That help seems very necessary now.
Well,
Sure.
we know what they look like at least. Our part's gonna be finding them, and the harder part's gonna be fighting them.
Oh, I think the hardest part's gonna be finding them. Maybe fighting won't be too hard.
Yeah, well,
One-
it's just
I will say this though, if we are to group up on this one, that tiefling's mine.
sure all yours, as long as you leave me the auntie.
Fair enough.
Alright, so yeah, you guys bond for a moment after seeing this wanted poster in particular. Like, this one definitely stands out. Everything else seems like small fries, like 50 gold a pop or 100 gold at the most, but this here, this is the golden egg for any bounty hunter. What would you all like to do as a group now? Like, you invited them in, and maybe introductions need to be had now?
I assume that they kind of like maybe like we're talking amongst themselves, but then and then then Elizabeth and Jack walked over. It's like, oh, this? Just like looking at this, like feels like he's reliving an old novel he read once.
I thought it was just gonna be the two of us, but damn, numbers count. The name's Jack. Jack Van Zant, and he just tips the brim of his hat, like, slightly.
I'm Shella. Pleasure to meet you. This little kobold kind of like speaks out from underneath these robes. And then she goes to reach for Faust's hand and holds it for a moment. And then she lets go, thinking that you still feel a little down. She just tried to like absentmindedly cheer you up.
I'm pauses for a moment.
Mhm.
Faustus Dawnbreaker. A pleasure, Jack. And like holds out his left hand.
Yeah, I don't shake hands until I get to know you better. No offense, but yeah, just how I do things.
It's okay.
Well,
I'd rather
honestly,
hawk
that
it anyway.
well, honestly, that might be the best for you in Parinthia. Some devils only need a handshake to make an agreement.
Just had an image of a devil coming up to Shelley. Hey, you want to come over here and make a deal with me real quick? Come on. Give me just a second. What's your name, Shelley? Oh, here, let's shake hands. All right, thank you. What? What happened? All right, so yeah, you guys are congregated here still in front of the sheriff board. Kronk, you want to introduce yourself too?
These guys, they have been my friends for a while. Maybe you will become a friend.
Yeah, I don't really do friends. At least not that easily. Well, he's gonna give you like the look over. Like, so much for stealth. Hoping we might not sneak up on those two, but
I'm very
someone over
stealthy. I don't
here.
know what you're talking about.
He just shakes his head. He's like,
You should.
"Oh, I might have made a mistake." Okay.
You figure in the nature in the forest, I will be the one that you will want to be with.
Although, wait, Elizabeth, is this one going to be helping you in your endeavor?
I mean, the effort's is mutual, so he's after someone he's at, maybe something he's after, maybe something I'm after. Of course, all tieflings bear some resemblance to each other, but not often one finds a gold one. And then I'll turn to Jack. Well, the name's Elizabeth, and also, despite what they look, they are very capable. Handled a bit of a metallic bull problem, and nobody died.
Pleasure to meet y'all. Just gonna give the group another look over and just make a mental note. All right, now it's just in his head. It's just okay. If they backstab me, at least they'll stick out,
That is very
especially
true.
in this place.
Although I'm wondering, are you also looking for the same tiefling?
I ain't looking for no tiefling. Looking for a young T fella.
A Yon T, that might be a bit difficult. Especially if there's no distinguishing characteristics.
Well, at least I know of them. I think I do, anyway. Do I know of them?
I mean, we've only heard his voice, to be honest.
That is true.
Yeah, like he never really revealed himself to us, so it might be a wild goose chase, but you do have a name.
Yeah, actually, I don't know anything about what it looks like, but I know his voice. Got his name.
Oh, I suppose the name is better than nothing. What is their name?
That's personal business.
Very well then. I suppose then you'll be taking that upon yourself then.
That I will.
All right. So the question becomes: are you guys going to stay here, or do you want to move on and just kind of like go through the city some more, or what's the agenda?
Oh, I mean, I was gonna go inside, get a little bit more information. Also, maybe see if they've seen Elgas around. He does have a hefty price on his head.
Um. All right. So you're going to go in and talk to the sheriff who posted it.
Yeah.
See this well-aged old man, got the bushy mustache and sharp goatee coming down. He just kind of like stares up from a long brim hat, almost similar to Jackson. He just goes, "How can I help you?"
Yes. Hello, good sir. I'm looking for a. I'm actually looking into one of these bounties. Actually was here from Time War. Was digging up some information and I just have stumbled across this. I thought I'm kind of. I'm assuming I would have taken the bounty down if that was legal.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
Okay.
you're taking that
But
one,
I'm-
are you? Oh, it's a hefty one to go after, but definitely a problem that needs to be solved.
Yes. And kind of personal too. I don't know if I get into the details of it, but I'm looking for more in particular tiefling. Would you have any records of a tiefling by the name of Kylira?
Don't know any names, but like if that's the tiefling you're looking for, then that's the exact image of what you're after. Like, they didn't give us any names, those who got jumped. We were able to steal away the image, you know what I mean? Like, put it on the paper, make it look exactly like it should. That way, any of you bounty hunters that need a clear image of what you're looking for, well, there you go. You got it clear as day. So, I'm afraid I can't
Okay.
give you no name, my friend.
Okay, and looking at the bounty, is there any sort of last known location?
No, I just got the dead or alive. I would say, like, if you press them, like, if you really want to know, like, last place they were seen now, they got a gang that they control. We figure if we take off the head of the snake, these two, we can, kind of ironic, one of them's a snake man, but cut off the head of this snake group, and then the rest of these bandits will just disappear on their own. But they seem to be doing some highway robbery right before you get to the desert up north.
Probably operating somewhere off the main road.
Well, that's a good reckoning, but if they make it out to the desert, there's plenty of places for them to hide, so that's why they haven't been caught yet.
I have some ideas. Thank you for the information. With that, I'll give him a quick I'll give him a quick gold piece for his time.
You didn't have to, but it's appreciated. Have a good one.
With that, I will head out to the rest of the group.
Alright. So he rejoined you, and yeah, you're able to share whatever information, and then I just need to know if you guys are ready to move yet or not.
Okay. So just to quickly just ping-pong this through, they've been seen up north, highway robbery, travelers out in the desert.
Mhm.
Yes, I have a couple ideas here.
Are you guys walking or talking, or are you staying put? Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, it's alright.
I'd follow the lead of everybody else.
Go ahead, Jack.
Like, presuming that their business was concluded, like, Faustus at the very least would have been, like, leading the group through the city again.
Alright. So, at this point, Operation You Know What is about to take place. So, let me just... So, as you're traveling down the street, you see the Bear Claw Tavern and the Bear Inn. And then, coming out of the room, you see Ninny you see Liana, and then you see little old Amara happily with the group as she energetically continues to walk next to Ninny, who is just casually keeping her eye on her. And did you make it? Feel free to say hello, Amara. And then the mic did not work.
Oh no, she's become mute.
I planned this big old surprise. And her... Okay, are you there? Oh no.
Hi, everyone!
There it is, there it is. Okay, it's lagging a little bit, but I think we're getting there. Alright, cool. I had this big old surprise. Here you are. Amara is here before you guys. There you go, there you go.
Disaster!
It's okay, Amara. It's gonna... And then, like, you, Ninny, Liana kind of, like, turn, look up north of the road, and you see a small group, including Faustus, Kronk, Arthur, and Shella, and a new fellow who is following behind him. But, yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Ninny, my wish came true! And she kind of runs up to the party, and for all you new people, you see this incredibly, like, probably overeager girl. Pigtails, she's dressed, she's a little sculptor, looks like a little artist, and she skips on over, kind of does a little spin, and ta-da!
And bear hug.
She's a little hefty. It takes a little bit of a Okay, you got it for me. You knew it was coming. Yeah. And just to pick her up. All right. I love how you guys...
She's really heavy for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. But Kronk's, he's okay with that. He's able to spin you around, just happy to meet you. Once more.
Amara, we missed you.
Oh wow, it's like been forever since I've read your guys' mail. Did you ever find the quest for it?
Yes, we've helped many people.
Wow. And Faustus!
Oh no, is she coming in for that hug?
Oh, I know, right?
Da na 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 na.
Amara, wait.
And Shella's like dancing around the two of you. He's like, yay, Amara's back. All right.
Yeah, this time it's Amara picking up Faustus and spinning him.
Yeah.
It's great to see you, Amara. Oh,
She puts
no.
you down.
Oh, great news, Drake Wolfson. You just been gifted a tier 1 sub, which means you could join our sub-only Sunday campaign now.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Hey, very nice.
And, yeah, Shella's excited to see you wide-eyed. Say, yeah, it's been forever. Mara, how have you been?
And she like hugs Shella too.
Ah, wait, was she always this strong?
No, she was not, and she should never be this strong.
right. And then there's this one.
And she
stranger
kinda
that's in the
looks-
back. Yeah.
She flattens her hand against her brow, and she looks left, and she looks right, and she does not see anyone else that she recognizes except maybe Arthur. Oh my gosh, Mr. Dragon Man! And she like bows profusely.
Actually, no, you don't. That's a female that you don't. Okay, so Arthur, you need to switch your token.
Oh.
So,
Oh goodness! I assumed from the
I
pictures.
think this one
pardon
can
me.
be switched. I don't know. You might have to pull your token over. This might be the old one. No.
That's the old one.
Yeah. So
That
go
is
ahead.
Then-
the old.
Yep. I just.
I am going to take
There you
everything
go.
I just said, redact that.
Redact.
She looks left, and she looks right, and she does not recognize anybody else in the party.
Do we even inform her that's who Elizabeth is?
Amara, what are you looking for?
I can't find Orin or Surfect! She looks around. She still hasn't gotten the picture.
Oh, well, that's because, Surfik left on his own. And Orin, he went a little cuckoo from what we found out, right?
They
Man,
left of their own accord. It's like if this were an anime, there would be like a red symbol above Faustus's head, thinking of Surfict.
Oh, wow, I always knew there was something fishy about Orin!
Yeah. Apparently, I don't even think we know exactly what happened. It's just weird.
Nobody does.
Yeah. It's just weird. He just up and disappeared. I think we
And
were
then she
told-
goes up to who's the next person in the line? Just anyone, raise your hand. It doesn't matter.
I mean, we got
That would be
Elizabeth.
Jack.
Okay, yeah. We got Jack in the back.
Okay, what does Elizabeth look like?
Blonde hair, maybe wearing a dress right now, a little bit fancy. You might see hints of leather armor or stud leather armor underneath that.
Wow, you're so pretty!
And Amara dances rather gracefully around you.
And just suddenly forgetting the fact that he's also a changeling. Just gonna kind of bow a little bit. Oh, it's actually rather good to see you again, Amara.
Wait, what?
And she like squints so hard she's trying to remember you.
I mean, if you don't tell her, Ninny will.
Oh,
Inara? It's like, this is Arthur.
Oh, dragon, that's right, you can change shapes! And she bows and she bows and she bows. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor! Wow!
Imara, shush. That's a secret, remember?
Oh, right, sorry! Shh, secret dragon!
And she goes
know,
up to the
right?
next person. Who's the next person?
And that is Jack.
And this is the one with the wide brim hat. New person, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got him right there.
Real tough grit and stuff, right? Okay. She goes right up to you and she's like,
Hi, I'm Imara Gearhart, nice to meet you! And she extends her hand.
Name's Jack. Jack Van Zant. Pleasure. And he extends his hand to shake.
and Amara shakes your hand and you notice the first thing, she doesn't feel like skin. Her grip's a little hard. What the hell?
My bones.
Shella pokes Faustus and goes, "How come he didn't shake your hand?"
Because I'm one of the good guys.
Oh,
She doesn't
that's
even understand the
true.
context.
That's true. You were so right. You are a good guy. Wait, aren't you a girl?
Yes.
Exactly. I know it. I knew it.
And she dances around Jack's character. I forgot your name. I'm sorry.
No, you
That's
got
right.
it. It's his name, Jack.
Oh, it's his
easy.
name, Jack? Okay, yeah.
it's
She
easy to
dances
remember.
around Jack in this cool leather trench coat. She thinks he looks so cool.
And behind Amara, there are two ladies who have been following her movements and just kind of like left space for her to like introduce them. Familiar face. You see Ninny and Liana, the ranger woman that kind of like follows the group, and you know Ninny's kind of like dressed in light clothing, silks and sorts, and she just kind of like has this blindfold over her eyes for those who are new, and she just kind of like nods in everybody's direction and kind of like, I see there's been a change in the wind, if it were. Warm winds, by the way.
Frankly, today has been a bit of a whirlwind.
Did you want to stop somewhere and have a chat? I mean, Amar would love to catch up with you. We made it back to the retreat and heard you guys were in town, so as soon as we got back, we decided to come and find you.
That might actually be splendid. You know what? I think I remember there being a nice cafe nearby.
Then shall we? I think I might know the one you're speaking of. And
Na 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 Ninny. Na 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 na.
Liana's the one that's agitated for, but Ninny is just like smiling. It's like, she's so sweet. And she will continue to kind of like lead the way. Even though this woman who apparently has a blindfold on her face, she seems to be walking normally, like nothing's wrong with her vision. And she just kind of like escorts over towards Faustus with Liana behind her. Well, after you?
Yes, of course, and Like maybe just like adjusting his clothes a bit from the very impromptu hug, he starts making his way in the direction of the cafe he remembers.
All right. So you want to give her a hug as
Come
you
on, Walt.
go?
Yes.
Trailing behind Amaro. Last thing, I promise.
No,
last
you're
thing.
fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Trailing behind Amara,
She's like, come here, Waldo.
is this tiny, fist-sized, marble-sculpted reindeer with a belly of green adventuring, and you hear something inside of it go, bark, bark. And this tiny little reindeer, the Gollum reindeer, it's walking after Amara like a pet.
Yeah, stealth.
It was the
went out
one she was
window.
carving when you first met her.
Stealth has totally went out the window now. Bark, 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 bark.
It's a
Right.
really shittily programmed bark, too. It's literally someone going, bark, bark.
Oh, okay, maybe it is stealthy.
Like Amara went up to a random stranger to record them. It's so bad.
Kronk's gonna pick it up or try to pick it up and inspect it.
Yeah, you can pick it up, no problem.
It barks at you. Bark, bark, bark.
So bad.
I am confused by this.
Oh, that's Waldo. Sometimes I lose him, but then I always find him. He's my reindeer buddy. Someday I'm gonna make more of him, and then he'll pull a sleigh, and then we'll give him all Santa hats. I mean, red and white striped hats. Nondescript trademark.
You mean Jubilee, correct? No.
Jubilee, right? Yeah. Gosh, I don't know what I was.
Well,
No,
Robert told you
what-
about
what-
this, didn't he? No.
Yeah.
You know of a cafe known as the Cabarina? That you could probably take him to. It's like maybe a few blocks from the tavern. But yeah, you take him to the Cabarina. You see this young half-elf woman kind of like greeting everybody as they come in. And as soon as you all take a seat, like this, definitely you're pulling tables together and chairs together. Like, you know, you're that big family that just walked into the restaurant and everything is spread out. And you're just literally having to bring tables so you can all sit together. So think of like one of those small-time family restaurants or whatnot, and then you just see all the, you know, and like, oh, your party's this big, and then start moving tables together and chairs so that you can all sit at the same place. And the girl goes around asking everybody for what they want to eat, if they want snacks or food or whatever. But you know, that's neither here nor there. You can kind of like figure out what you want to eat at this cafe, but at the same time, I think the main important thing is that you're all here to have a conversation.
Did you ever find your mother, Faustus?
She's very direct.
Right into it.
Oh, I loved it. Take
I'll
that
leave
man.
nothing to chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faustus kind of like choking on his green tea for a moment, like
Okay, yeah. I'm still
like
waiting
sets
to
it
meet
down.
her.
That, yes, Imara, I found her.
Why do you look so sad then?
She doesn't even know me.
Well, that's easy, silly. You just have to make her remember. Family always knows family. Something in the, what did Papa call it? Something in the blood and oil.
And she like nods happily.
The blood and oil.
No, you don't understand. She doesn't remember anything.
Is there a reason why?
I'm over
I
here mouthing
can't
to
say
chat.
for certain,
Go ahead.
but I may suspect that magic may be involved.
What are you gonna do, Faustus?
I don't know. If it really is magic, then I don't know if there's anything that I can do to help her. In fact, when I tried to make her remember, she passed out on the floor. I was afraid that something had. I just. It's
It's
like
okay, Faustus.
it's,
Is there anybody else who wants to say something? I'm about to monologue here.
Shella just kind of like reaches for Faustus' hand absently and just kind of like, it's her way of consoling him, but she doesn't say anything out loud.
And Elizabeth probably just mark off with or make a remark saying, I mean, we could always pluck a few feathers to solve a problem. To anyone that may know Thieves' Cant, that basically means let's just start a revolution.
Damn, buddy. Okay.
Hold on a second. I gotta
Mind you,
check-
I don't know shit about the political situation.
No, I mean she's heard stuff, but she doesn't exactly know everything. You feel for a moment there, Arthur, like there's a soft breeze that kind of like dances around you, and you just see Ninny staring at you for just a moment. But is she looking at you, or is she just facing you? You don't know.
Can I make an insight?
Yeah, you could try.
Okay. Probably gonna fail.
I mean, it'll be funnier if you did. You get a hint that
17?
you get the hint that she was listening to your words, and if there was a hidden meaning, she was able to decipher it. But the little breeze that kind of like floats around your body disappears shortly after, and then her attention goes elsewhere. They serve great pastries here, by the way, and you see her like pick up some cakes that she purchased.
Faustus, I don't know what the situation with you and your mother is, but if there's something wrong with her, you should help her, and then you should make new memories. That's what family would do, right?
She looks at Ninny.
And she smiles at you in recognition. It's like, that is very true. That's what family should do, correct?
I just don't know how to even begin. I just feel trapped.
Interesting. Liana seems to be staring at you for a minute, Faustus, and then she just kind of like looks away like she just realized something.
Well, I remember there was a time when I felt trapped too. Like there was a lot of stuff going on. I didn't know what to do. Found friends. You were my friend, and Kronk was my friend, and Ninny was my friend, and Liana was my friend.
And she goes on a little longer than she intentionally meant.
But the point is, you don't have to face these things alone. I mean, I don't know how long we're going to be here. But Faustus, if you need help, I can try to help you.
Faustus kind of like dries his eyes and looks to them. I suppose you're right, Amara. I frankly missed your optimism these last few weeks.
Besides, I still got cool wishing powers.
And she holds up her fairy dragon princess one. I am not lying, people. I have a wish.
Yeah, that is very true. And I've been sitting here thinking, oh my god, she could really screw up everything right now if she wanted to. But that is the power that the deck of many things have drawn that day, so I will
However,
not renege on those.
that is Faustus. That is Faustus? Faustus. That is his
I think
choice.
Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. Still, the option's there, right?
Well,
Yeah, I think Moomin actually got that for you too.
That girl's
Actually,
getting
I
a
believe that
handmade.
was the case.
Like that girl's getting a hand-painted purse, by the way. Moo, you can take that to the bank. I'm boxing it up after this game.
Nice. All right. So yeah, as I said before, Faustus, in case you're thinking other things, like you saw Liana kind of like react to your conversation, and she seemed to have had an epiphany. But you know, it's up to you if you want to ask her what's on her mind. She's definitely in thought.
Because I do recall like her because like he does remember interacting with her specifically before, and just turns to, I'm sorry, Liana, are you all right?
I'm just okay. I don't know if this is the case, but you said she doesn't remember, right? I mean, I know it's a serious situation, but I don't know. Do you think she had her memory modified or something?
Now, is Faustus aware of modify memory?
Make an Arcana check. That's what she did.
It's like, I know what it is, but...
Right. Let's find out if Faustus does. Faustus. Okay, for you, probably not aware of its full potential. Maybe you might have heard of it, but you're not sure how it works. Or just the concept itself is all you're understanding. Like, you don't understand that it's a spell.
I have an idea, maybe. It's just like, maybe, and I'll play it as such. I'm not sure if that could really be the case. Isn't that really only capable of, at most, like a few minutes or maybe an hour?
It would depend on the caster. They have the ability to... Oh, it's a spell, by the way, in case you didn't know. But, I believe they can cast it at a stronger potential and affect more. I mean, that could have happened. I'm just spitballing. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just...
Well, Liana, if your theory is true, then the caster would have had to spend exuberant amounts of time with the victim.
Dun dun dun.
It's like, well, it's not difficult when you are their servant.
Oh.
What is this drama that everybody has? Mara doesn't know.
And here Jack is just now joined the party, and he's like, wow, they have a whole pile of luggage, and I have no way to talk here.
He's got cool boots, and Mara loves his boots.
Yeah.
He's busy eating a cookie. He's like, this is delicious.
Yeah.
Tea, not my problem.
But yeah, so like Shella's just been absently trying to grab your hand, Faustus. I don't know if you've been resisting her advances, but sometimes you feel those scaly fingers between yours, and it's a little conversation that Liana's having, and then you see Ninny kind of like pass a glance over you, and she just gets real sad for you for some reason. You just see her face being this exuberant smile because of Amara's present, and then she looks at you, and you feel the soft wind just kind of like touch across the cheekbone, like it was wiping away one of your tears that you were hiding.
If it really is the case, then it's nothing that I can personally do, but Amara, you are right. The best thing I can do for her is to take action.
Mara's
And I believe
smiling.
that
She has no
action-
idea what that means.
Ninny's kind of like glancing over, and you're a Dawnbreaker, is that right?
In name only.
Your mother's, or who is imitating your mother, is a Dawnbreaker then?
He nods. I apologize for hiding that information.
No, it's perfectly fine. I have nothing against you personally, nor your family, to be honest. though the current events could have some questioning material towards it. I am more concerned that I will not be able to help you directly. I would love to offer my service to help, but as a Marquise, I can't step the boundaries of the Noble Society. I'm sure you're well aware and understand that.
It's like, no, I understand the limitations.
I'm taking a chance now over being in town, but I felt it was in our best interest to reintroduce you back to Amara and let you know that she's well taken care of.
Faustus thinks for a moment and looks to her. Nini, this may be... I don't know if this would be asking much, but if I were to somehow wrestle my mother away from that estate, especially if I'm unable to undo what has been done, would you possibly be able to look after her in your place in the forest?
It will depend. Do we know if she is collared or not?
Collar?
Considering how close they got in the last session, like, would he have seen a collar on her?
So let me step outside the veil. I don't think we had a chance to talk about it, but because I kept most of this as a surprise, but I'll leave it up to you. Do you think your mother, your pretend mother, would need them to be collared to have full control on, or do you think she's got a handle on it with whatever she's doing? Like, Sebastian doesn't have a collar, but he's like the lead butler. I would imagine the servants have a collar, but I don't know if she could have forced a collar on your mother. So I'll leave that up to you.
Because honestly, the only like flake I would be thinking to where like she might not even need to wear one would just be by virtue of like possibly the extent of the modified memory that she'd be using.
That could be true, yeah. So you could probably say no, she doesn't have one. I'd be okay with that.
So I don't. She did get very close, and I didn't see one around her neck.
Then if that's the case, perhaps you could bring her to the estate. As long as she's not property. And she kind of like looks away from Liana as she says that. We should be able to take her into safe custody if necessary.
It's like, you have no idea how much that would mean to me, Nini.
It'd be my pleasure. At least, that's the very least I could do. Liana and I would not be able to help in this endeavor. However, Amara, if you would like to spend time with your friends, you're more than welcome to come back to the retreat once you're done.
Really? Can I? Yes! Yes, 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 yes!
Well, absolutely, dear. And once you're done, you just come back, and then we'll talk more then. How's that sound?
Thank you, Nana!
She kind of like puts a hand towards her heart, going, "Oh, how sweet," to herself. But yes, Liana and I will not be able to interfere due to my questionable nobility heritage, so I wish you the best.
So like, no, what you've done is sufficient,
Nini,
and I don't believe I can thank you enough.
Yeah, Nini turns her gaze towards Jack, the odd one out at the table, and just kind of says to him, "I know this might not be your problem, but I sense that you could be of great aid. I know it's not your problem, but they are dear friends. Would you be willing to help them? If not for them, for me?"
Tell you what, I'll keep an eye on him for that little one there.
I
She's like
appreciate
playing with Waldo.
Yeah, and Ninny gives you a soft smile, and the way she is talking to you, it's like she already knows more than she should. You have my thanks. I'm sure you will find what you're looking for in the near future.
I sure hope so.
At any rate, is there any lighter conversations we would like to have before I take my leave and return? We're getting
I have gifts
married.
for everyone.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry. No, you go.
Shella was excited.
Nope.
She's like, we're getting
Nope.
married. Holds up Faustus' hand in hers and just shows it off. No rings,
Oh
just
my God.
holding hands.
Eye twitches.
And questionable looks of, how's that going to work? From random strangers.
That reminds me, I have gifts for everyone.
Oh, I love gifts.
Even you too, Mr. Jack.
Well, thank you. I'll have to repay you someday.
No need. A Gearhart gives generously, unless, they're really expensive pieces.
And if you want to roll to learn about the Gearhart name, you can. It's just a fun little fancy thing. It's an art industry thing in this world.
Go ahead and roll a history check if you're inclined, my good sirs.
Nobody cares about
I
art.
will.
I mean, you'd be surprised. So, Jack, with that history check, Gerhardt name comes from the Time War Kingdom. You want to give him a little bit more detail? Maybe I'm a little out of the loop. You are fresh in it, so you can let us know what it's about.
So effectively, the beautiful sculptures of Greece and how there are sculptors in the world who can make these beautiful, lifelike captivations of people out of marble, out of stone. It is none other than the famous artist and sculptor. I forgot his name.
You forgot your dad's name.
give
Check
me-
your bio.
I forgot Rudin B. Gerhardt.
There you go. I was about to say, do I need to find
Although
my
there was a bit of a scandal because he was also known for golemancy, and one of his golems went out of control. It took a life, and then there was this political scandal. But his artwork has since doubled in price as a result because it's kind of taboo, And Mara has the Gerhardt name to her.
Well, I'll be damned. Quite the little artist.
I'm not as good as my dad yet, but I'm trying.
And she holds out a total of 6. Or actually, no, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah, 6. I made these. And she holds, those little glass beads you often find it's like half a yin yang. It's like river stones, I think they're called.
Right.
She has 6 prepared out of rose quartz.
And they're mini Rocky Talkies! You can put them in your ear!
Oh, God.
I don't know what a walkie-talkie is, but
Here, you try! She, gives it to you.
alright, let's see what this does. Puts it in his ear.
Puts a little one, turn around, and she goes,
Come in, Jack! Come in! This is Imara, over!
she's making the sound and everything.
He actually has to stifle a laugh. He's like,
I hear you, Mara. Over.
Oh,
She has one for each of you.
It's like, oh, I remember this.
It's okay, Kronk. This one has a hole in it. You can wear it like a necklace.
Oh, that would be very lovely.
And she gives one to you, and you get one, and you get one, and Shella, you get one, and Faustus,
Oh,
you get one,
thank
and
you.
I get one.
What's the range on this thing?
A sending spell.
Which is, I think, a very, very far away.
So, 30 feet? 60 feet? This is Shella trying to figure it out.
Like the next entry over!
Hold on. And she runs to the other side of the room and starts...
Mara runs in the other direction.
It's like 2 kids with the string, and they're just going to the opposite end. This is Shella. Can you hear me? Crack, crack.
Everybody can actually hear Shella. These are all interconnected.
I am now holding my ear.
You've just given Shella a weapon.
I'm trying to help you guys. I'm sorry.
Are you sure? I thought they had this covered.
Whoops. Whoops.
It's okay. I will.
Shella, I can hear you. Over.
Oh, wow, that really... Okay. I'm gonna go down a block or two. You stay here. And at this point, Faustus, you're like, oh, wait a minute. You should not be alone, girl.
It's like, Shella.
Wait, yeah, I'll be
It's
right
just like
back.
running after. No, he is running after her.
Okay, you're right. Amara, you should run down the street. No, Amara, please. You promised you would play safe, remember?
Right, sorry. I'm vigilant. I'm in pseudo guardian mode.
Yeah, that was from Leon, and then he just kind of like smirks, like, yes, let's not get in any trouble. Shella, don't worry, they reach long distances.
But now you guys can communicate even when I'm away. I'll even give you this one when I'm gone in case you run into somebody else in need.
But I want to be able to talk to you wherever I'm at. That's a great gift, yes. So, Amara, imagine this. Every night at about 9 o'clock on the dot, Shella's going to have a 2-hour conversation because she doesn't know when to shut up about her love life with Faustus.
Imara is a great listener. It's like talking to a wall.
Mara, you haven't said anything in an hour. What's going on with you? Are you in love with
No,
Faustus
I'm here.
just like I am?
What the hell?
I got so many of these hoes that are coming around him, and I have to beat them off with a stick.
Jesus Christ, Shella.
No. at any rate,
Star phrasing.
I know. I was just thinking about the bookshop, basically. And Shella's jumping to those conclusions finally. But yeah. At which point you all get these lovely gifts, so I guess you all have sending stones to communicate with each other if necessary. Yes. So let me ask you this though. If one uses it, they all hear it, or can they select?
You can select or you can all hear it because technically they are all interconnected. It's kind of like a channel system. You can channel one or you can channel all.
So basically every time Shella gets on there, everybody's gonna hear it.
Yeah, you could just take the earpiece out and then you won't hear it.
Yeah, that's fair. God damn it.
As
Shella's
long
on
as
the
you are,
channel
quote,
again.
wearing it, unquote.
Aha, yeah.
You gotta put your AFK sign up so that everybody knows you're not there anymore.
I figured this would serve especially well. I don't know much about the current situation, but you seem to be in a place that's highly political and kind of full of espionage. This might be a good tool for you guys.
It might be.
All right.
Alright, so yeah, after all these lovely gifts, Ninny puts down the gold necessary to pay for everybody's meal and informs you I'll be returning to the retreat, so if you manage to retrieve your mother, we'll be waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll slowly walk away with Liana in tow. Well, you guys can finish your meal and then go do something else if you want. Who's ready to face Mama?
I mean, technically, you haven't found the quest board yet.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Uh,
Oh my god.
I mean, okay, so Faustus, you would know for a fact that this town's not known for adventurers. Like, yeah, adventurers come through, but there's no organization or quest board. Basically, if you want a quest, you have to find a noble who's looking for that kind of work.
So, Conk, I don't know how to tell you this, but there are there are no guilds in Carvona.
Maybe they are underground.
I mean, we can go check
No,
every
no,
stone
Kronk,
if
you,
you
you
want.
most, you most certainly, no, you most certainly do not want to deal with the ones underground.
But they're the darkest hit. Would need the most help.
Yes, but maybe not
Yeah.
the help that you want to be giving.
Crunk? I don't know how to say this, but even I wouldn't deal with the underground ones here.
Meanwhile, we flash back to the time Kronk helped that criminal haul away a couch that he didn't know he was stealing for someone else.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah. He was helping.
Yeah, that happened.
Kronk was going around town helping people.
Yeah.
Damn it, Kronk.
He spent half a day chasing an old guy around town.
Oh my god.
It's been a session or two. All right, so yeah, we'll figure out where we want to go. Like, if you still want to look for that quest board, I will definitely give you the opportunity. But if you want to start facing off against Mother Dearest or whatever you plan to do back at the mansion, I don't know. You might have a diplomatic way of dealing with it. It'll be up to you.
Pro tip, Amara doesn't have a lot of time.
Uh-oh. All right, Faustus,
He'll look for the quest board at a better time.
All right, yeah. So Faustus, what are we doing? We going back, or are we saddling up, or what's going on?
Well, presuming that enough time has passed for dinner to be prepared, just like, well, if we're going to do this,
Yeah, just ate, but hey, let's go to dinner.
I mean, it's not like a tea time.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
unless they literally did like fill up on sweets, in
I
which
mean-
case, bad Amara, bad.
I don't eat, remember? I drink this, and she shakes her little flask.
Full of oil. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Or alcohol, questionably. We don't know.
That is very
But yes,
true.
oil.
Yeah. All right, so heading back to the manor. You all go in tow, exploring the town from here to there. Like, Faustus is still showing it around as he kind of like retreats back finally to the mansion that he is now. I don't know, maybe you're standing there looking towards it in a way that maybe this is the end for you being here anymore. Who knows? But, you know, I don't know. You tell me. Like, you make a pause before you go in, or...
So he looks at it, closes his eyes, does a deep inhale. You can do this.
The scaly hand
Needs to be done.
takes yours. You got this, Faustus. Don't worry.
In moments like these, some people wait a lifetime.
See, and you thought there was only one musical in this group. Alright, so progress towards the door then.
Yep.
Make your way up the stairs or the long path that leads up to the doorway to the stairs that lead up to the foyer door. And then Sebastian opens the door as you get close. Welcome back, Master Faustus. Dinner's just about prepared. If you would all like to come to the sitting room, I'll guide you in.
Yes, thank you, Sebastian.
You enter in and you make your way to the sitting room where we've described is like a few couches, a few chairs, bookshelves, a dragon chessboard that is fancifully made just sitting off to one side, other knickknacks and niceties, and a big portrait of the lady of the house herself, Liliana, just being portrayed in this wonderful oil painting that has been put together to bring her likeness to the most beautiful shade that it could. Definitely an expensive looking painting if anybody was to gauge it. But you come into this sitting room. Yeah, and very well cushioned seating. Shella jumps up on one of the ottomans. And Sebastian kind of like wanders off and he goes towards the kitchen. You see the door open for a moment. And you see Josephine hard at work, and then the door shuts. wonder what's for dinner.
Justice.
What does that taste like?
Oh,
It tastes like cold steel.
whew.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I'd want to eat.
Yeah, well, sometimes ghosts have a silvery taste. Sometimes you could need to, just to make sure, would I have seen the door shut?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you just need to also send a message. Emphasis on the word message.
Oh, I know. And she pulls out the walkie-talkie. But I'll allow Faustus to interrupt that if you want.
Yeah, no, he does a classic message.
Yeah.
Just, It's like, did you see something?
And mentally reply, yes, your mother, as soon as we walked in, the door was shut as we looked that way. I have a very bad feeling they may know.
They always did seem to know things.
I feel like I need to change the music. Continue though.
So where is your mother?
Yeah,
It's,
which one? Where's your mother at? I don't think we had the pleasure yet.
You'll meet her soon enough. She'll make her presence known when she's ready.
Sebastian comes out again. If you're all prepared, please join me in the dining room, which is like an adjoining room that's where you can see this long, lavish table. And there's been seating put out for as many as he recalls, and he's like, another friend of yours. Pointing out Amara.
Hi, I'm Imara. Imara Gearhart. She extends her hand to Sebastian.
Sebastian puts an arm over his chest and bows deeply towards you. Sebastian, at your service, ma'am.
And she kind of shakes her own hand.
Just so you don't feel awkward, Sheila comes over and shakes it for you. Don't worry, I got your back.
It's like a high five.
Clap. I won't leave you hanging. And Sebastian about
Right on, dude.
Yeah, Sebastian about faces says if you'll join me. And just in case you need token reference, this is Sebastian. This silvered hair, gray fox guy just kind of like leading you on to a table that was seated for the current group. But he goes, I'll go ahead and have your plate set out if you don't mind. But please feel free to sit anywhere but at the head of the table.
Faustus takes his normal place at the table.
Mara stands.
Arthur will go where Faustus is going, just so, easy access to any weaponry.
Yeah,
Unless he's not carrying it anymore and I'm just with a boot knife.
Huh. So this would be the perfect... No. So what you're telling me is that this is the perfect time to go into boss mode. Got it. Alright, let me make you a table real quick. That one looks fancy, right?
Ooh, a table.
Yeah. So, like, I don't have this place all decked out or anything, but feel free to take a seat at the table here. I think we could do that. So, we put that to the back. That way you guys can...
Are we assuming that the table is full of food already, or no?
Not yet. Maybe some greens, though, like some appetizers. So, if you wanted to start munching away, you could.
You will sit closest to the greens.
Alright. Fair enough. Feel free to sit around this table wherever, when he said head of the table, he was talking about that seat.
Well, actually, for whatever reason, I don't have access to my token.
Oh, well, let me just delete that and you bring your token over. Yeah, some of these tokens are way old. So we might have changed things since then. But apparently Kronk was unchanged.
For once, I wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah. Go ahead and pick your spot there, Faustus. Shella
Oh, then,
will move
uh,
accordingly too.
Or which seat was Liliana's
Right by Amara.
or Lillian's?
Yeah, Amara's standing right next
Yeah,
to her.
so yeah, just the classic
That'll work.
positions.
So Amara's gonna be the closest one to the threat. I love it.
Yeah. And just before he sits down, Jack is gonna take his hat off and put it on Amara's head. Hold on.
You got
Hold on to it for me for now, would you?
Yeah! She looks so cool!
So we see Liliana, or Lillian, sorry, and Sebastian as he kind of like comes out with some of the trays, and then we also see Josephine carrying some of the trays out, and they start presenting your plates. Other servants also come to like present a plate, and then Sebastian steps behind Lillian and then helps her into her seat, pushes the chair under like a gentleman, and then waits patiently next to her. Well, I see we've got another one that is with your group there, or two, should I say? I don't think I've had the pleasure. She kind of turns to the two new strangers.
Amara's like poking Sebastian.
He kind of like shoos you away. He's like, he's trying to do it quietly, like just shooing you.
She puts her hands back in her lap.
He does not know what to think of you, but he seems very quiet and stoic. Were you saying something, Jack?
Oh no, it's well, Jack goes to tip his hat like out of habit. I was like, oh right, I give it to Amara.
Yes. What would be the names?
This would be Imara Gearhart, and this would just be Jack.
I see.
Amara
Tips her hand. She's like, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
and she's like trying to look all cool and stuff.
You know, I know this is a mistake, but what are your surface thoughts right now, Amara?
She's going to get like secret plot, ad for an infomercial. And Amara's like,
She's like, I have a hat big enough to keep all my rocks dry from the rain. I bet I could make a perfect circle of dry earth if I stood under running water right now. Man, I look cool.
So
these are
she-
her thoughts.
Yeah, she turns to face you and she starts talking at you for a moment. It is such a pleasure to see someone as excited as you. I've never had the pleasure to see any excitement out of my children. Kind of stares across the table and then turns back to you. And now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow, you're the mother of everyone here?
And on that note, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
Minimum.
She is sweet talking you, and you seem to be charmed by her. And she
Can
just
you
takes-
charm me?
I think so. You're a sentient.
I don't
being.
think you can.
What? Tell me how I can.
Am I?
Yeah. You're a sentient
Let me
being. Warforged
let me
doesn't
just double
say that-
check.
Yeah, Warforged doesn't say you can't be affected by stuff. Like you can be poisoned. too.
Okay, just checking.
Or wait, maybe you can't be
Spoilers,
poisoned.
guys.
Nope.
I cannot. That I cannot, but charmed, yes.
All right, yeah. So for a moment,
All right,
you are
so yeah,
very
She's
agreeable.
really nice.
I am really nice, and you should know that. Now.
I
as
do know that. I've been talking to you for all of 30 seconds.
Yes, I'm excited to hear all these lovely. At any rate, and yeah, you don't even know that she charmed you. Like it's weird. She has this ability to just speak her mind towards you, and you just feel so favorable towards her for the moment.
She's so nice.
And it fades just as quickly. It's just like, huh? But you didn't feel like she was trying to charm you or anything like that.
I still like her. She's cool.
Oh yeah, she seems cool. So, as she pulls out a napkin, sets it down, and starts to look at the meal that was presented before her. How did it go with Scarlet?
It went favorably.
did it now.
It's like I presume that her letter hasn't arrived yet.
I believe it has, but some of the wording's a little weird. Care to explain to me what all went down? I mean, after all, I would love to hear how your journey went since I've allowed you to take your time and explore the world.
So how do you know that it wasn't idle exploration?
Good. I'm glad to hear that our connections to favorable people have been appeased.
In fact, as he kind of I guess starts cutting up something, I do believe that you and Lady Risa have already met.
Oh, you got to meet Lady Rissa? It's been some time since I've heard from her. How is she?
It's like she seems to be doing very well for herself.
What was it? She kind of turns towards Sebastian. Was it 15 years ago? Or was it more than that, Sebastian? I barely recall. That seems to be about right, ma'am. That would be about the time we've had our session. Well, yes, it's been quite some time. I'm glad to hear she's doing well. Is she still a noble in Timor?
Yes, she has quite the influence in Timor. And of course, I am on her favorable side.
She gives you a soft smile of approval. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I will have to send my thanks for her to keeping an eye out for you. I assume you were on your best behavior with that response.
So, of course, even thwarted an assassination.
Whose assassination might that have been?
It's, the leader of an enemy of you know who.
I take it your friends aren't familiar with the ways of the Dawnbreaker fully, then?
Most are ignorant. Only one knows their name.
Yeah, it's Shella! She kind of nods.
I think they kind of both looked at each other.
Yeah, and then, this must be where you got the eye twitch, because she starts to twitch just right along with you. Either that or she has behaviorally trained you to act this way towards this kind of annoyance. But she goes, very well, picks up the glass of red wine and takes a deep sip. So,
I've even made connections with the royals while I was at it.
oh.
Also sips.
Yeah. So, it seems you've been very busy, Faustus. It's very good to hear. Though I was a little disturbed by a message I got the first day that you were gone, but, the first week, I should say. It took you a while to get there, and then Scarlet sent me some word that some things went awry. Said she was going to kill an Orin. I don't know what that is, but I wish her the best of luck.
He was a complication in the earlier days, but he's no longer a threat to any machinations.
Sebastian tries to treat you like the British Guard. Like he knows you're saying things to him, but he's not answering.
And Mara slowly holds up her reindeer, and it just stares at him and goes, bark.
Bark. Sebastian.
Does he break? Come on.
Damn
it.
As stoic as he is, he just stares down and has no reaction on his face whatsoever.
Okay, I'm done.
No, you're not.
No, Gronk hands greens to Waldo. We're trying to feed rocks here.
Oh, here we go. There you go. So Waldo
It's a
gets
reindeer. That's what Krog thinks.
yeah. All right. There's some table things happening as Kronk slides over some greens for the reindeer, and Lillian's just kind of like, interesting friends you have selected to be in the company of.
Well, they have been most helpful in achieving my endeavors.
Josephine comes around.
Not much
with
different from the charges you keep.
Yeah, Josephine comes around to fill everyone's glasses back to the top. And she's currently now stopped next to you, filling yours up. Finishes. Starts to walk on to the next one. As she finishes the table run, she kind of like sits silently in the background next to the wine stand.
What does she look like?
You want to give us a descriptor, Faustus? I haven't been able to
Yeah,
do so
I'm-
before.
It's like, you know what? I'm imagining that that she would also have like a not quite like probably something a bit closer to like dirty blonde hair, but she does seem to share the same blue eyes as Faustus does. And I'm assuming, like, in servitude, like, she probably is a bit more wiry.
Oh, poor thing.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome. I work quick. But that's not her actual movement. We'll find something pretty for her if she manages to survive. We'll see what happens.
Stand in for Josephine.
Damn. DM vicious.
All right, continue, please. So, now
Yeah,
that you're
see.
back home, I assume you're ready to take a role in the company, or do you have more, what do they call it, questing to do?
It's like, well, as you know, there are certain groups that a mutual benefactor would most certainly see destroyed,
So, you would
and I'm
continue
still
questing?
certainly charged to deal with this.
I see. Well, as long as my boy is doing his best. As long as the results are had for the family. Well, I mean, you've all come here on your own accord at my son's behest. Surely you all might have questions or maybe conversation you would love to have. I would be open to. Yes.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
The Dawnbreakers seem like a really influential family in the civilization, or town, or city.
That would be correct.
How far back does the family generation span?
Oh dear.
Sorry, that was my cat Arrow.
No.
Curious
too.
So, I never thought about that. Oh, it goes back quite some time, dear. My great-great-great-great-grandfather perhaps was the first Dawnbreaker to break into nobility, and it's been at least 4 or 5 generations of Dawnbreakers leading this family to the nobility it has become today.
Do you think it was kind of risky only having one heir to the family name?
Well, risk and rewards. Are you saying that poor Faustus over there cannot survive long enough to become an heir? Or should I be concerned that he's not producing one? By the way, why are you two holding hands?
Bosses did die the other day.
He what? She looks at you sternly, Kronk.
It's okay. Shella was able to save him.
Yeah, I'll never let anything happen to your boy. Me and him are getting married, by the way.
And Mara sips her mysterious flask and says nothing.
Oh,
Eye twitches.
so you've taken on a betrothed. That's good. And you get that idea that she's like, this isn't gonna work. I don't think so. You can see that look in her eyes. Croc, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
She's going past your surface thoughts and she wants to know oh god, but she doesn't get to know. But the oddest thing is, you don't even know she did it. She just kind of like looks in your direction. Faustus recognizes the look. And then she just kind of like closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, sips some wine. At any rate, you and your friends will be staying for a while, or will you be heading out right away?
It's like, well, there is business to attend to first.
I assume. Is there any particular business you need my aid with?
So, you know what, Faustus takes, like, closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and puts the glass down.
Okay.
How long is this charade going to go on, Mother?
Excuse me. She sets her glass down as well. Puts her napkin on the table. Chair starts to slide out gently just to kind of like give her room in case she decides to stand. Sebastian seems to be taking a stance at this point. I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you from way over here. What were you saying again, my boy?
How long did you think it would be? How long did you think it would last, Mother?
She stands up. Once again, Faustus, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. But this time, her efforts are thwarted. But once again, you're unaware that she did it. She's just kind of like, okay, I get it. You're upset with me over something. So, why don't you be a good boy and tell me exactly what's on your mind? I'm sure we could talk this over like grown adults for once. Or do I have to keep treating you like a child?
Ooh.
Shella leans over to you, whispering into the rock. Your mom's a bitch.
Oh my god.
So, Faustus, what's next?
And whose child am I, then, Mother?
We're gonna have this conversation, are we? Would you care to have it in private?
He's going to insight that.
As one should. The image of your mother comes to mind, your real mother, as she cries out, Christopher, no! And then you look at this woman, this liar, and you could tell whatever she's trying to set up, it's not safe.
I do believe this discussion can be made here, Mother.
Sebastian,
Unless, of course, the information is private. But at this point,
well, it is Dawnbreaker family business, if you understand my drift. She kind of like gives everybody a gaze. But if you want to have this conversation now, Sebastian, if you'd be so kind. Yes, ma'am. Sebastian walks towards the door that would block the way out, and he just stands there waiting. Charade, you say? I do believe that was your word you picked for this night, this occasion.
I thought it was a cool word.
I missed you so much.
It's like, well, what else would you call a game, Mother? You've set the pieces on the table quite deftly.
I'll have you know, my boy, I have done everything in my power to protect you, to make sure you're safe, to make sure you were raised properly, by the proper people, by the proper education. At this point, Faustus, I need you to make one of these lovely checks again. And in case there's any wondering, she's doing some somatic components. A wisdom saving throw.
Be-do-be-do-ba-do.
Oh, the musical warlock! I forgot about this shit! I'm so ready.
So, let me just check her spell DC, because I gotta remember things are different here. Interesting. Yeah. All of a sudden, your mother's words are reaching a certain point in your mind. Your will is not your own. And your thoughts seem to start to shift and change. And you just recall that your mother did everything for you. She has done all that she could to make sure you were raised properly out of the love of her own heart. She starts changing your memory. She starts overriding this ideal that she is a charade. She starts overriding all the ideals that you've come to, that this is, like even Josephine, she was nothing but a servant. This is not your mother. I have been your mother since the day you were born. All of these memories starts getting remodified. And then all of a sudden, you're brought to the realization as she's finishing her conversation, and she goes, and everything I have done was for you, my boy. Why would you do this to your own mother, claiming that I am not the one who tended you? Now, if you say you're sorry, I can... Yes?
It's a little late in the game because I was looking at my stuff.
Yes.
But if you look on my character sheet, there's an ability I have called Flash of Genius.
Are you
It doesn't say when I am a genius. How dare you question me?
No, I know you are. You are.
I'm kidding. No, but I don't know when in the role it would be appropriate to use this skill because it has already been cast and has already been a result. But for flavor, if you'll let me, Amara's going to pipe up with one of her half-brained things, and I would like to add my intelligence modifier to his current saving throw to see if it might change the outcome or snap him out of something that may be doing something to him.
Well, would you look at that? You're only 25 feet away from her. So, all these overwritten memories quickly get erased. Whatever she was trying to control with you fades. Like, you felt the change coming, and then all of a sudden, like, whatever this flash of genius that just entered the room, you start to remember, no, you're lying to me, Mother. You are telling the untruth. And Liliana's trying
And
to
that
finish
flash
it up.
of genius.
Yeah?
Amara pipes up because she's got to give you an idea, right? What was Liliana's line before she cast the spell?
She was basically saying, like, after all the things I have done for you, going into the big mother speech. Like, I fed you, I cooked for you, or I had, like, basically I provided for you, gave you the best education. Like, she was trying to guilt trip him, but at the same time using that as the cover to modify his memory.
And Imara's flash of genius is almost parroting something Ninny said to her once.
And that is?
You know, work is half the battle. If you really cared for Faustus, you'd hear out what he has to say. That's what family does for each other.
So the spell does not take, as she was trying to overwrite these memories of yours. And she sees that
Like
it does
Faust
not
just
work.
was starting to grip his forehead originally. But it's just like,
But I will tell you one
wait.
thing. You are unaware that she was actually the one doing it.
Yeah, Faust I would just say like he kind of felt a headache, but he isn't aware it's magic that was trying to happen.
But I don't know, there's still
Yep.
that guilt. I'll just guilt trip him to death, that's what I'll do.
But yeah, he still feels it. Like that is part of his character.
Right.
Come on, Faustus, you got this.
I am fully aware of who raised me.
Good. I'm glad
But
we
that
reached
doesn't-
an agreement.
However, that does not undo your actions of evil against those that birthed me.
Her eyes narrow. She seems very put off by this. And she just looks over to Sebastian, but continue. She goes quiet, but she's looking at Sebastian, waiting for your next bated breath. What will it be? What will you say?
So you think that you can just lay out all of that upon me and act as though everything else that you've done is somehow okay? The state that you've left her in, she remembers nothing, she can't speak a word, and you think just because you're my mother I can forgive that? You think that your actions don't have consequences on the people you say you supposedly love?
Very well. I see that we're not getting anywhere. Sebastian, if you'll be so kind. And then all of a sudden we see a second Sebastian appear on the other side of the table. And if you want to make this a combat, we can start rolling initiative. So go ahead and click your token and roll for initiative. Hey, look. You and her both suck at initiative.
We see.
Oh no, I'll let you go first, child. It's fine.
Oh, thanks. You're really nice.
Of course I am.
Actually, that is. Actually, about this time, I would say Arthur would be looking at Faustus, kind of mimicking the mouth movements of, "Please tell me you have my weapons." Guys, this is going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, well, that's true. And, you know, I could prolong this a bit. How much time do you have tomorrow?
Oh, I got all night.
Oh, you got all night? You want to take a quick break then? I was kind of like keeping going just in case you needed to go.
Sure, let's take a break. I can
All
get
right.
some water.
Yeah.
The high squeaks are getting to me.
Welcome back. So, yeah, we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, and we're going to get right into this, and we're going to see what happens at the table. Stay tuned, everybody. It's going to be a killer. Maybe. We'll see.
Woo!
the next step. Hello. I am unmuted. They are unmuted. We're back from our break. Welcome back. We're about to go into... Maybe we're going into combat. As a reaction of the situation after telling Sebastian, go for it. And she just calls out, Lucius, reveal yourself now. Your aid is needed. And then we see an apparition of fire and brimstone just fill the air. And the figure of your father appears for a moment. And then he starts to change into this chain devil. And I will put him on the initiative. And then Shella gets to start us off. Holy shit, what the fuck is that? Hold action in case somebody fights us. Alright, Faustus.
So, well, like Faustus is going to continue like focusing on what's important, as he's literally pointing a finger accusingly.
You did this, Eldritch Blast.
It's like, okay, hold on. We'll make sure these actually like hit or not. It's like,
Okay.
Mother thinks she knows best. Mother thinks she's so mature. Wow.
Mother knows best. Leave it to your mother. It's a scary world out there. Alright, so who are you aiming after? Her?
Yep.
Alright, let me see if she has a reaction.
He is focused.
Do you have the lovely spell that everybody else likes to use against me? Excuse me.
Does she have the natural AC to even have that spell work?
Oh yeah, yeah, I think she would. Oh, actually, maybe not. All right. Oh wait, yeah. Hold on, I gotta look at the right sheet, don't I? A blah 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 plus a blah blah. Okay, that wouldn't even work anyway. All right, go for it. So roll your damage. You hit.
So, seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
It undid my modifications again.
Oh no.
So all of the, yeah. So add an extra 10 damage to that. I have to go back and put it back in again. Apparently,
What's the 10 from again?
it's 5 for my agonizing blast for each blast hitting.
Okay. Oh, okay. Just add 10 to that. Okay, 6 plus 5. Okay, got it. Or 6 plus 10, 16. All right, cool.
It's
So
just like,
these pew pew.
it's like, yeah. Incidentally, that was the song being referenced. Like, Mother thinks she knows best. Mother thinks she's so mature. Wow, she thinks she can control me, my life.
So you fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts. She gets blasted by it. And it's like, oh, you rotten little child. I will end you with a thought. But it's not her turn yet. So, here's the rub. Sebastian gets to go. And this Sebastian comes over. And then this Sebastian comes over. And then you see them both pull out a rapier at the same time. It's almost like they're synchronous. And then they both strike at you. So let me just roll those attack rolls, Faustus. And then you hear her say, yes, Mother does know best. You should have listened to your mother. So, natural attack from the first guy gets those 2 numbers. And then the second guy swings as well. And then as a bonus action, they're going to activate each other's opposite swing. So what's your AC on that?
All of those but 1 hit.
Nice. Okay.
Unless it's advantaged.
Yeah, it would actually be advantage. That's why they did it. So let's go ahead and roll you some bones.
Because I wasn't sure if they were creatures or just like I'm not sure what the mechanics are. So.
Oh yeah, it's weird, and I'll explain it if you ever after the fight. So we come over and beat the shit out of you for 10, 21, 31, 40, 54, 68 points of damage.
So yep, that is sufficient to down Faustus.
And then a vocal reaction from her is, if the rest of you stand down, I'll forget this intrusion and I'll have a talk with my boy, and he may rejoin you post haste. But that's the end of Sebastian's turn. The Chain Devil will ready in action because I don't get to mess with Faustus anymore. That's weird. Arthur.
Man, it's just like old times. Faustus going down just like that.
Yeah, that brings back memories.
Ugh.
Can I quickly insight this crap just to see if, like, what she means by talk?
Yeah, go ahead and insider. Yeah, you'd think if she gets her hands on Faustus, you might not get him the same, but you would get him back.
With that, she's just going to stand up, and the face is that an action or a bonus action?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm gonna do something that is probably gonna be extremely stupid.
I mean, you wouldn't be the first one to say that. I mean, I could also...
Oh, I mean, this might get my character a target on my character's back.
That's fair.
As an action, okay. Just gonna stand up. The face is going to change to more of a... It's still gonna stay the same, but you're gonna see it kind of quickly flash to a canvas white to... like, just a deathly black face. Maybe some scarring of red can be seen. The gender is still going to stay the same because I have that armor that's only size for female. Just going to take a quick look over at the end of the table.
Mm-hmm.
No. Counter arguments. We walk out of here with him and his mother. I will bring down the wrath of the gods upon you all. In an attempt to intimidate.
Alright, go for it.
I need this to succeed.
That's pretty good. Let's see here.
Over there.
Can I add Flash of Genius?
Shit. Yeah.
Wait,
I guess you
what?
get-
Yeah.
I
Why
guess
do
you-
you think Jack? There's a reason Jack attached to Amara so quickly.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I had no idea.
I know, I didn't tell anybody anything. So yeah, you can.
That's
And
an additional.
Only other
5.
person that would have known is me, but I
Yeah.
kept silent.
yeah. So yeah, Lillian kind of shakes from that for a moment.
Oh, that much of the eyes would be a blood red.
Alright. You won the intimidation check, but that doesn't change the fact that she wants something out of this. So she's definitely questioning what you can and can't do and how much of a threat you are. So you do see her reacting.
Right here, shield down.
Oh, I thought somebody here was talking. Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some background noise there. Wonder. I'm just making a couple insight checks elsewhere. What is your bonus on it, by the way, Jack?
5.
So that'll put it at 424. All right, cool. So yeah, I just doing one for the Chain Devil. So Chain Devil kind of like looks at you changing colors and whatnot. He's even questioning, like, your words were heard. You do sound like a threat. They are going to be considering you very seriously to see what you can do. But as far as like cowering, they seem too stoic for that. So yeah, she just kind of like takes a half a step back and is like, I don't think that's the deal at all. No. you, and she kind of like stutters her words a bit because you did kind of like shake her for a minute, and she's like, "No, he will be under my care. I will make sure he is better. He is who he should be." And with that, Arthur, is there anything else?
Just gonna watch. Actually, can keep a very quick hand on my bag of gold just in case money comes up. It's probably gonna be an amount even I can't afford, but you know what? Shrug.
All right, so that ends your turn. Yay or nay?
Yep,
Okay, Kronk.
that's a yes.
There
Hey,
is a...
we'll build on that with a new bag of tricks.
Oh, okay.
Kronk's gonna summon 4 satyrs.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, fucking druids. No, it's okay.
Boy, tell me about it. Adding just more to the initiative.
Have you?
And then Kronk's gonna move up and put his scimitar to her throat.
Well, you can certainly try.
To her
Alright,
throat, just threatening manner.
Get that out of my face. You should know better. Know your manners. Actually, you know what?
She looks offended.
She is very offended. Okay, so here's the thing. You start doing the vocal, somatic. You pull out the ingredient. Then all of a sudden, she waves a finger at you and says, "No, not in this room," and counterspells you.
Side note: the components of my shield. So.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But she realizes you're trying to cast a spell, and she's like, "No, we're not having animals here today," and counterspells you. So her
Is
reaction-
higher than a 3rd level. Does she have to roll for it? Just out of
I
curiosity.
believe that would have to be done. All right, let's do that then.
According
She
to
can
the video
choose
I
to cast
watched,
at a higher
it's-
level if she can.
Yeah, 2
So
over.
that is true. That is true. It is a level over 3. So here's her casting it in case you need it. I mean, I could cast it at a higher level, but what's the fun in just killing it, right? So if Roll20 lets me hit the submit key, there you go. There's her actual cast of counter, and then she will make an Arcana check, and it has to beat your... What is it? So the spell is starts at what? Is it
The DC
8?
will be 14.
14?
10 plus the spell level.
Yeah. Okay. She clearly.
Oh,
countered it.
Jesus! Never mind.
She says, "No, not today." Poop, and your spell fizzles out. Like it should have worked, Kronk. Like it really should have. And now you're in front of her with this scimitar, and she's like, "Are you sure you want to point that at me?"
Yes, I do.
She points a finger at the woman next to you. I can.
And,
thought.
Can you let me RP this one?
Yeah. What do you got for me?
Control flames to make all the candles get bigger.
Well, I mean, you did take an action already.
It's an RP. I'm not
Alright.
trying to hurt no one. It's just RP.
You know what?
A little flavor.
Okay, I'll allow it since I counterspelled your big effect. All of a sudden, the candles start to grow in fire and just kind of like light this room up to make it easier to see. Yeah, I'd like to see where I'm stabbing too, Kronk. It's fair. All right.
And then that's that.
All right, cool. So Kronk's up there threatening the woman. Amara.
Excuse me, Mrs. Dawnbreaker?
I know my son is in terrible peril and I need you all to clear out so I can help him.
I realized you want what's best for your son, but I don't think hurting him is the right decision.
And as she says that, her eyes are going to go red. Whom, and then her limbs are going to detach, and she's just going to flip inside out into her guardian mode.
Transformers, more than meets the eyes.
It's crazy, and now she looks like a crazy rune golem with like a central red eye and these floating big limbs, and she's like a lot taller than she used to be, and she's floating. And the first thing she does is she is going to either way, she is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. So 5, 10, 15, 20. If Liliana wants to make a physical attack, she can.
Well, I think she'll
I don't-
cast a cantrip after you. And I will say thank you to all of the free subs you guys are giving away. Thank you very much. Let me go see what Liliana has here, because she is a particular spellcaster who can use a cantrip to make an attack after you walk out of her threat range. So here's a firebolt for you. 17 hit.
Okay. Let me double check my AC because I
No, it
that does not hit my AC.
So she just kind of like sees you snap off to the side, and then she fires off a firebolt, and you just kind of like watch it deflect off your shoulder, and she goes,
Ricochets off my armor.
and she goes, "Oh dear, you're going to be a problem child, aren't you?" And dear Lord, look at all those free subs these wonderful people are getting. Come and pollute our Sunday campaign, because now if you link your Discord to Twitch, you'll be able to play in Sunday if you wanted to. That starts at 12 p.m. by the way. But continue, Amara. Anything else? Like you move.
Absolutely. As a movement, let's see, it was, if you'll let me count this out just a second, my apologies, guys. 15, 20, 25. I'm just gonna grab her in my large form and skate right on by to here. And I'm going to grab, Joe. Wait, I don't even think I know that's his mother. Well, that just changes my whole plan.
All right. Make an insight check. You know that's his mother. You've been following Faustus's eyes, and he's made hand motions towards her.
Oh, okay. If you'll let me just, it's more of a grab and go, less of a pickup. Mara's just gonna clothesline pick up this woman and start skating for a window.
Unfortunately, this dining room doesn't have a window, and there was only one way out. I'll say like it's over here, where I originally put them. By the way, the pet's at level.
Then she'll probably aim to make a circle around
All right, that's
the table.
So if you're
Shall I roll a strength check for Joseph?
Yeah, because she doesn't know what you're doing, and she's not either an ally or a enemy at this point, but she still gets to react, I suppose. So yeah, go ahead and make an athletics. Pick her up. Amara.
And athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Oh, thank God you typed the wrong one, huh? All right, I'll say 17.
I was gonna close my woman, actually.
Don't worry, I'm sure you got cookie clusters you can burn. But no, you snag her up, and if you're burning your action to dash, you can move 15 more feet of your movement.
I already used an action to transform, so this is my movement.
Okay. So
and that's my bonus action.
Yeah.
Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna need a little more time to relook over my spells, but that's the end of my turn for now.
Oh, yeah. If it's a bonus action, you can...
I'll use Expeditious Retreat while I'm moving, so I can move up to. I can take the dash action as a bonus action, but I won't be able to use it until my next turn because it's a concentration spell. So I'll cast it this time as a bonus action. So Amara's activating her jet boost, and that ends my turn.
All right, go ahead and post that spell so we can see it. And it'll
You got it.
It'll automatically take it off your spell list for you, or like how it's tracking the new thing we do. Oh, you might need to reset your spell slot, but that's fine. That's fine.
I count upwards.
That's fine. Yeah, like if you put the number that you're supposed to be at, it'll drop it down for you.
There you go.
That's kind of cool, though, ain't it? So yeah, you start So we see Amara go over by Josephine, floating in the air. All of a sudden, these jet boosts starts to pile out of her feet, and she's about ready to make an expeditious retreat. Oh, look whose turn it is now. She goes, I let you go first for a reason. Because I want you to realize what's about to happen now that you have all turned against me. Oh, that would be a real dick move. Hold on, let me see what's the range on this. That would determine. Oh, okay, that'd be a bad idea. Never mind. I was looking at anti-magic field. I'm like, no, you don't want to do that. Itty, mini, miny, Mo. Which way should Imara go?
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Should we just do the classic Curse of Strahd way? What do you guys think? Curse of Strahd? Absolutely, right?
What does that mean?
Oh, you're about to find out. I just wanna
Oh.
Yeah. So all of a sudden we see her point a finger at you, and this green energy starts to ignite around her finger, and then this necromantic energy or necrotic energy just flares off and aims at you. She casts Finger of Death at you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. She's gonna kill me outright.
I'm working on it. Ooh. 61
Anyone
points
want to give me a flash of genius?
You can use it
Ow!
on yourself.
Yeah, but
I would like
think
to, please.
this
As a
is-
reaction.
Do you have a reaction?
I haven't used it.
Then I guess you can. Damn, that's gonna be a pain in my ass if I let more artifice.
Use
in.
your reaction. That's right. So my grand total is a 24.
So you could take half of that. So 30 points of necrotic damage as your system starts to crackle and break with some, like, your living energy is just being sapped out of you. Your pistons are like running on broken cylinders.
Ugh. Mara's not happy. She's not looking. Oh, damn. That was a powerful shot.
Yeah, so she sees where you're at, and she stares at Kronk. It's like, you wouldn't hit a lady, would you? And she'll just step away from you. Go ahead and take an attack of opportunity if you want. Alright, that's
So,
it.
guys, I think we should just fail. All in favor?
Nay. Go ahead and roll damage, Kronk. I mean, Kronk's doing work. I don't know why you want to leave yet. Alright, and she will move behind this demon as she takes a slash from Kronk, and she just kind of like bats an eye at you. She's like, how dare you hit a lady? And continues to walk behind the chain devil that's behind her. Protect me. You know what to do.
I have friends who act like that.
Yep. Jack, you're up.
How dare you hurt Amara? He's gonna get up, reach back, and take out his arcane firearm, a wand that's been shaped and carved into that like a pistol. And he's going to point it. He's actually going to point it. It's just such a risk I'm going to take. He's going to point it at the chain demon and cast Levitate.
Is there a saving throw for that? Yeah, I think you could just post the
Yes.
spell. We can see what it is.
Yeah.
So
It is
if it's used in
a
an unwilling
Constitution
creature.
save.
Con? Okay.
That should be 16.
I mean, I've seen it happen before, but let's see what happens. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
It feels
Well, then
itself
he's-
starting to lift up in the air, then all of a sudden these chains just kind of like rip around him and stab it to the ground, and then your spell just can't take him up and it just fades.
That was so close.
That was
All right,
very
then
close.
he's gonna just let's see. Let me just get the measuring tool here. He's gonna run over this way, and he's gonna grab his hat that he assumes it fell when she changed.
Yeah, sure.
15, and then he's gonna just follow 20, 25, 30. He's gonna follow after Amara.
Alright. Since it was brought up, Shelly did have a held action, but I didn't know what to do with her, but now I do. So she goes over there and does CRP to Faustus, and all of a sudden, Cure Wounds is cast. And Faustus, you now have 4 hit points and a kobold lip up against yours. Faustus! Faustus! Are you okay? The power of love saves you every time. I'm here for you, dear. What should we do? And she's kind of like asking for what you want her to do next.
Pay no mind to the butlers on either side of him that are killing him.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Sebastian just whipped you hard.
Sebastian, your services will no longer be needed.
I'm sorry, but only the madam can tell me to leave. No offense.
I wasn't asking.
I respect this guy.
Alright,
He hates his job.
So Shella just goes, which one should I go after then? And should I go fireball or should I just go, scorching rays?
It's like, please don't set this entire building on fire.
But I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to hit anything. Alright. She'll start waving her hands and she will start casting Scorching Ray at Sebastian topside. How's that sound? So 1, 2, 3. Let me see what looks like. 2 of them actually hit. Sebastian gets pelted by 2 of these and just kind of like stares at the kobold, and the rapier that he had in his hand, this one just kind of like points it at Shella. And it is now your turn, Faustus.
Bail, dude, bail!
So, yeah, that is currently the intention. So Faustus is going to I'm not sure if I want to use the word regrettably, but just kind of like looking at the very feeble Shella who just like had a rapier like pointed at her. Just Shella, take my hand.
Oh, not a problem. Anytime, Faustus. Like you even had to ask.
And just like that, a door opens up and they both get what would it be, Superman 2'd?
So you flash out to where?
He's specifically flashing over here to where the others are.
So you're staying in the same room, even though Dimension Door will take you elsewhere. Zoop. And here you are.
Well, it's like
Can't leave the entire party, I get it.
yeah, it's just like it's not really like recommended, but so like he's kind of like taking his chances at a place where other people are around him and not trying to stab him.
Alright, feel free to burn that spell slot for me then. And
Fool, go for the door.
just to remind everybody, the door is over here. I'll find you a door. Hold on. Let me go find a door icon.
There's literally no indication of where a door is.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll fix that problem real quick. Like I can look up little icons.
And then
stuff.
Faustus, before he ends his turn, is going to whisper to Josephine, "Please take my hand." And then he will end his turn.
So you, Shella, and now Josephine, with Amara gripping tightly around Josephine, and Jack just there to kind of like protect you, with Kronk on the other side with his bladed scimitar ready to slice and dice the nearest screens. You 3 are holding hands now.
And also turn to Amara, like, "I'll get her out of here."
Wow, Arthur. So
Yeah, this is probably gonna hurt.
Yeah, this probably is. You see him standing there, right? And then all of a sudden, he's right behind you. Like, you didn't even blink, but his vision just changed, and he's now right behind you. And then the other one just kind of like turns, and one of them says to you, "No hard feelings, it's just what the madam wishes." And he will make stabby stabs at your fleshy flesh. Alright, what's your AC again?
Yikes.
I believe right now it's a 15. Just
Oh,
gonna need to make a death save, aren't I?
probably. Oh god. How's that natural 20 gonna hurt? Okay, there's that. And there's that one. So technically everything hits. Oh dear.
Yep.
I mean, I might kill you outright. Hold on, let's find out. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's 22, 31, 42, still alive? At 42, right? I'm trying, okay, yeah, there it is. And then the next one is 55 or 57. So that one would kill you.
I'm so far up at 70.
No, the thing is that the last 2 stabs are when you're unconscious.
So if I fail this next death save,
No, if you don't, they're critical hits. Now correct me if I'm wrong, if he takes 2 hits on you after you already died, that's a critical hit because he's in melee range.
If somebody attacks you when you're unconscious, unfortunately, that means 2 death saves go bye-bye.
Yeah, so technically you took 4 death saves right there.
Did you like they rolled the 'cause, like the
Yeah.
nat 20 rolled first, right?
Yeah. Everything was rolled in the order that it was rolled. So he died after the 15, like the second 15 on the
Would-
list. And then 13 and 12 are the last 2 hits.
Would uncanny dodging the first hit like improve those chances? Because I'm not sure how the math is working in this
Hold on, let
specific
me-
situation.
Like I'm pretty sure I overshot him on that hit, but that is actually a good observation. Yeah, you might want to uncanny dodge. Would you like to uncanny dodge?
yes, I will do that as soon as
Yeah. Okay, so uncanny dodge the bigger one for you. So 11 plus the 9 plus another 11 plus 15. Okay, that puts us at 46. So then plus 13 puts us at 59. So then you go down after the 13, and then the 12 will count against you as 2 death saves. So yes, you are correct. You have 1 death save remaining.
So I might want to get a new character ready.
Nah, I mean, Shella knows Revivify. Do we got more diamonds?
No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
maybe Faustus knows where one's hiding. Who knows?
Maybe Amara has one that's raw and uncut.
Maybe. Like, I'll allow some stuff. Like, I didn't really plan for this dinner to go this far south, but I did make Sebastian to be a badass. So the Chain Devil will just kind of like guard Lillian, and then we see like these 4 chains just rip off his body and just kind of levitate on their own, and he seems ready to let these things come strike anybody that comes near him. This is me being merciful. Arthur, go ahead and make that death save. By the way, Faustus, the Chain Guardian actually starts to have a face of someone else. And you can see your... Oh, shit.
Oh my god!
Okay.
No, I am buying advantage.
Yes, you should.
Yes, do this thing. Jesus Christ!
You know, when I said 4 death saves, I wasn't lying. Give me them all. Advantage has been bought. So yeah, this is the lovely feature I love to advertise, is that if you are a constant viewer and you wind up playing in any of my games, especially Friday, you can use cookie clusters, the channel points you earn for viewing, to gain advantage on rolls. Hey, there we go. We got a success. So I'll go ahead and eat those clusters, and you can mark that death from happening. Congratulations. But let's see here. As I was saying, your real father's face starts to appear in this Chain Devil's face, and he looks like he's crying and sad, and he's just moaning and groaning. Faustus. I'll just post that ability. I think I can. Let me see what it is. Oh, make a wisdom saving throw for me, though. I did it more for the RP, but might as well see if I frighten you.
It's wisdom, you said?
Yep. Not a bad save, though. Okay, maybe it is. All of a sudden, you start getting frightened of this man who has the face of your original father.
It's like, why? I just, just like, it just kind of like panicking a bit.
Yeah. So yeah, his face just unnerves you as it looks like your father, your original father, like your fake father is actually trying to be your real father. Whoa. How'd that happen? Alright. Arthur did his death saving. Kronk, is there anything you'd like to do?
Alright.
Clutch moves, man. We gotta get out of here.
Doing erupting Earth right there.
Okay, what's the radius of that, or is it focused on a point?
20-foot cube.
Because this is a very tiny room, I'll just have you know. Well, it's not tiny, but... Okay, so let's see, what's a 20-foot cube there? Like, I'm going to say her back's to the wall, because there's the door, right? So, back's to the wall right now. So, let's see, a 20-foot cube? Oh, okay, that'll work. Right? So, it'll be like that, that, that.
No. I think that's twice as big as it's supposed to be. I think that you went radius, and it's just supposed to be a cube. Yeah.
Okay, so like 10 down, 10 over, 10...
Yeah, that's my reading of it anyways.
I actually read a 20 by 20 cube.
Hold on, I know
That's
how we could
deep.
solve this. We could solve this with just putting...
So maybe the 40's right then. Okay, sure.
Hold on. You know what? I'll just look it up real quick just to check the wording for myself. Doesn't hurt. Like, I do know we take breaks for spells because, hey, spellcasting, it's weird. And I'm glad I didn't let those satyrs come in here. Dear Lord. You'll ruin the carpet and everything. Like, she just wasn't having that. She's a point that you can
Yeah, it's
see.
good. A little bit of goat poop's so much worse than, the floor becoming glaciers.
So that'd be a 4x4, basically. So you can pick 4x4 square to cast that. But I imagine you want to get her in it. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently
So
that's
damage in
good.
the wall, too.
Well, it's on the floor, right? So, let's see. 19 is the save. So basically you were aiming for
14.
I mean, yeah, 19's the damage is what I was looking at. Alright, so he saves. And, just roll her real quick. Oh. Dear. Oh, bother. So she will take full. Lucius, you're not doing a very good job. I command you to get to work. Or do I need to use your real name? Ah! He grumbles, but he takes that damage too. But half. Let's see here.
Every married man in the audience can relate.
Don't you use my full name, bitch. No. Alright, Kronk, you've disrupted the floor. What else for you?
That's all this turn.
Alright, Amara, you're up. What do you got for us?
All right. So how is Faustus looking?
Like he just died?
Okay.
Like he's barely hanging on. He's just barely up. Like the damage done around his lips has healed completely. Like that looks pristine. Everything else is a little shitty.
All right. Faustus is tiny. His mother's tiny. I'm just gonna pick them both up, one in each arm. That's cool with you, Faustus?
That's not cool with me. That's not cool with me, though. Make an athletics check. They're not tiny. They're medium creatures. Where are you getting tiny?
I don't know, but hang on.
I will allow you to pick them both up, though, if you give me a good athletics. You know what to do.
Sorry, hang on. My cat just hit something on the keyboard and everything went away.
My cat hit the keys, and I have 124 strength now, Star. Come on.
Yeah, duh. That's how this works, right?
Yeah. Excuse
Here's
me.
my picture.
I was misled. The cat is correct. Please, continue.
Okay, let's see if I can even pick you up. Because he's right. I don't know if I got this.
You can pick one of them up. The other one kind of like weighs you down and keeps you from levitating, because you too took some necrotic damage earlier.
Ugh, I'll
Like
take the
one-
mother.
Yep. So like your booster's kind of like, as you try to pick up Faustus too, your booster kind of like staggers and you can't move, and then you're like, I have to let go of one, and then you pick her up.
So I realize he's in a place where he's like, I got this, but he don't look like I got this. My sensors all see that his blood pressure has spiked, heart rate is increased.
I mean, you're in a.
It's like I would say that because he actually didn't say this last round, he said that he'll take care of her.
You
And
got
maybe you can infer what happened literally the turn that he did that. I can't like say explicitly
No, you can't.
what I'm doing.
I am going to trust you. So in this particular instance, I'm gonna try and go for. Shoot. I'm gonna provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
Aw, Sebastian just wants to hug.
How bad he does.
It's so
All right,
nice of you.
so
Come over and pay me a visit.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna provoke from both of them, but I am going to try and use. Well, hang on. Actually, let me measure this out.
Oh yeah, you could like pop yourself here and only have to take. Although.
So okay. So this is going to get a little funky. Mechanically speaking,
Says the robot.
I want to try to go this way, dash between these two, pick this one up if I can, kind of use my rocket launcher boosters for expeditious retreat and kind of like bust over the table and kind of Wario World barrel through the door if I can.
All right, I think I got your intention. Let me see what rolls we're making.
So it's pure movement.
So there and there to get to the door would take, like, you might be able to get outside with full movement, right?
I might, with full movement, because I have my movement, and then I have a dash action, because I'm using Expeditious Retreat right now.
Yeah,
which would
much
give
double
me
your movement.
just enough to.
But here's the rub. All right, so here's the rub, though.
Okay.
So you can get here, and then you're going to attempt to pick somebody up, right? And then
that would be an action.
That's going to lower your movement to half afterwards. Like, you would only, like that extra 30 feet you would have had, you can only move 15 feet then.
And if I do move that character, they might get an attack of opportunity on her.
Now, there is a ruling that if you're moved forcefully, that can't happen. But you will take the attacks.
Okay.
Like, force movement doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. And since it's against their will, though I'm sure they would love to be away from this situation.
Very much so.
I'm going to give it a shot. You know what? I'm going to take a gamble here.
All right. Do you want to roll
gonna move here.
athletics?
I would like to, because I would like to try and help.
I knew the
Flash
dice
of genius?
loved me.
I
knew the dice-
scoop nothing and run toward the door. because I missed.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to buy advantage onto that roll.
Oh no, if the Flash of Genius works, then yeah, like the DC, I was still gonna let a 10 do it, but I just wanted to see if she wanted to be more impressive, and I knew I opened her up to it, but she said Flash of Genius, so I'm cool. So she's able to pick her up and move 15 feet with the body of Elizabeth. 5 plus 15. I'll allow the extra 5 that you would have had. So you end where you want, and then Elizabeth will be underneath you. So that's where you
So
end it?
I'll kind of wait. Let me.
Well, it doesn't matter. I gotta beat the snot out of
One
you real
more.
quick.
Imara kind of, when she kind of sparks the lightning bolsters off her little boots and rushes for the door. And there's a little hologram of Imara that appears here from the little eye on the robot. And the little robot goes,
Hi, I'm Amara. Sorry I can't get your message. Please leave a voicemail. Oh, if this is for Lady Dawnstar, I'm sorry about your dinner.
Both Sebastians are taken aback by your movements and are unable to hit you, even with advantage, which kind of sucks, but hey, some of them get through the cracks. Alright, anything? I think that's everything, right? Alright.
I think that is everything.
Oh, I did want to quickly add. Yeah, the changeling effects dropped, so
Oh yeah, you're looking at an ugly alien-looking body.
The hell am I holding?
But it's in a dress,
just,
so very finely dressed alien.
That's nice. Gotta save it.
I mean, should I be an asshole or should I be an asshole? I mean, I really want to see what the spell can do. Let me check the level real quick, because I know I'm burning her spell slots like candy right now. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah. Oh, sorry, that wasn't what I was clicking. That wasn't what I meant to click.
Okay, guys. Note to self: she can cast level 7 spells. Maybe we should.
I'll be nice. So what's she got to do with this? She's got to concentrate up to a minute.
Oh, if you're looking to cast this one,
No,
it would have had to
that
have existed already.
Yeah, this is a misclick. Don't you worry. So I think I need any creature you see within range to drain the life from it. Okay, the target must make a dex saving throw. Who do I want to make this dex save? Who was the last one to attack her? Kronk?
By means, there's only one person attacking her.
Well,
Yeah, Kronk was the one that threatened her last. Like, he didn't attack, but... Oh, wait, yeah, you did that spell. That's what you did. Okay, cool. So she'll cast this spell at you. Let me just wait for roll 20 for an hour. Because they like to delay spell casting on my end.
Boy, I'm telling you, never threaten somebody with candles. Like, that's just the worst.
Make a dexterity saving throw as she casts Innervation.
Oh, man.
Just to read the spell out to you, because not everything is revealed.
Ooh.
Okay. Take 19 necrotic damage. Target must make a dex save. On a success, the target takes 2d8 necrotic and the spell ends. On a fail, the target takes 4d8 and the damage. And until the spell ends, you can use your action on each of your turns to automatically deal another 4d8 damage to it. The spell ends if you
Good
use
fucking
your
God.
action to do anything else. The target is ever outside the spell's range, or if the target has total cover from you. When the spell deals damage to a target, you regain hit points equal to half of what you did. So,
Well,
she
I'm
gets-
glad you said that, because that goes with what I was going to do next anyways.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give her +8. Yeah. No, that would be +9, wouldn't it? And there's this necrotic shroud that is like looming from her to you. Like she's pointing at you with a finger and it's like glowing black, and then you're feeling the aura kind of like wrap around you as this innervation spell just kind of like overtakes your being. Was that the right damage though? Yeah, that was 48, so there you go. And let's let's make that 9. There you go. And she starts to regain some of her health. The cuts, the bruises, or beating that she has taken from you guys to this point start to heal over slowly, and she goes, you should be my perfect little toy to keep me going. Now, do something. And tomorrow, let's see, you went, she went, Jack, you're up.
Oh boy, Jack. I don't know. I've so. Yeah.
Welcome to the party. Like this has just been a lovely dinner we could have had, and I just couldn't be happier.
I've done nothing to any of you. All right.
Do you want to convince her to let you go? I mean,
I feel so bad for Jack.
You know what? No, okay, I can't do that. Actually, he's going to cast invisibility on himself.
you know what? Peace out.
Or is it? Nah. I'll just put it up. Just
Yeah. So it takes your spell slot, and we can see what it does. But just regular invisibility. So you vanish.
Vanish, and then I'm just going to move myself onto the table.
No, that's not ominous
Like-
at all. We see
Yeah.
dishes splatter.
Yeah, and he's going to end his turn there.
All right, so you're gonna spend your time just slowly stage lefting this, right?
Pretty much.
Shella just kind of like looks over and says, "Fireball? Or do you want some help with your health there? I can make you feel healthier if you want."
Like, no, she and I will be making our departure. Blow this shit up. And know that this is probably maybe the first time you've ever heard him swear.
Oh, interesting. Remind me that she has empowered healing in case the dice roll too low on a healing. Very well. Bitch, you're getting lit. How high can I go with this? Like, I figure she's gonna go all the stops anyway. Alright, come on, roll 20. I need you to let me out for a minute. I don't know why it, like, lags on it, and I might need to move to Edge, which surprisingly runs roll 20 smoothly, but it loses some of the new features that we got. Alright, we can go to level 4 with this. Unless you want greater invisibility for some reason. Alright, I'll get that 4. She's going to just blast against that door and try to focus the central part to where it just hits the two of them. Boop. There we go. Oh yeah! I light shit up good! Unfortunately, I can only make one check on this. Saves against it, but still takes half. So 37, 36, it makes it 18, right? Would somebody like to roll a D100, please?
Ooh.
Go for it, Amara. I'll let you do it.
20. Natural 20.
You need a natural 100.
Uh-oh.
What? Wait, why did you... Oh, okay, hold on. Was that actually what you rolled, a 20? Okay.
Yeah.
Darn.
It was just a joke.
I know, I loved it. So, yeah, the curtains that were behind that wall, or like the tapestry that was there, kind of like lights up, but this room does not catch on fire. But that's a good thing, right? So Shella dishes her damage, and just let me double check this chain devil. I'm pretty sure he is... Yeah. The chain devil just kind of like, this feels good. Do it again. Please, I beg you, do it again. And Shella goes, he liked that. I don't think I like you very much. Those chains scare me, Faustus. I can't, I don't want to even imagine what he can do with them. What do you do, Faustus?
This is such an awkward situation.
You know what?
Good luck,
Faustus
Shella,
is
Dimension
very.
Door Mom. No, I don't know. What you doing?
Well, actually, you say that though, but Faustus is very focused right now. It's just like, shut up, just focus on surviving. Understood?
Aye. I can do that.
And with that, he's going to grip Josephine's hand again. It's like you don't know me, but hopefully this is enough. And with that, he actually is going to dimension door himself and her out of the estate.
Where do you think you're going? Counter spell. What level is it?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know, but I have.
It's
to
at
make
level
it
4.
It's level 4. No, that's fair. Like, I'm just going to do it at level 3 because I don't want to be total. Fuck you.
She is powerful, though.
She is. How do you?
Yeah,
think
I'm
she's
pretty sure
gotten
she has
around
access
all
to level
these
9
years?
spells.
Yeah, I'm just saying. She's been around a while. She might be talking to a certain lich, trying to learn a few things. Let's see. It's a level 3 spell, right? There we go. So we'll do this first, just to kind of like reveal it. That way it takes it off, and then I'll roll her Arcana check. Once roll 20 lets me finish what I'm doing here. Like, Mama ain't no joke, guys. Mama
I
didn't
know.
raise no fool. And you're slowly learning what she actually is now for the first time. Like, you never had to have a confrontation with her. Like, now you're like, oh shit, I could see why she does what she does, right? So I'll make that Arcana check now. Like, that will be the thing that determines. And I will allow you guys.
I will tell you that. I will tell you that it's not supposed to be an Arcana check. It's supposed to be an ability check. Or no, it's supposed to be a flat check based on their spell modifier.
That would make sense, because that would significantly give that spell a little more balance.
Yeah, so
That-
basically it's a D20 plus whatever her.
So just
I'm
roll
assuming that
intelligence.
she's
All
using
right.
intelligence.
Well, she is smart cookie.
She is.
Well, I'm gonna probably in vain, buy disadvantage on that.
Yeah, that's fair. You know me, I just gotta make it suspense. No,
Everybody by disadvantage till this works!
kill this bitch. But yeah, like, yeah, I really, like, my heart was like, oh yes, this is perfect, and then I'm like, oh wait, she's got counterspell, so she doesn't want Faustus to leave, so yeah, I had to do that. Here's the roll. Oh, sorry, Faustus.
Alright.
Aww.
You know what? I didn't roll it yet, because I still ain't got your clusters. I'm waiting for you to post it. so
Yeah,
I'll
I lost
re-roll.
track of my mouse.
Yeah. I was thinking it was going to pop up as soon as I did it, but I will re-roll it as soon as he confirms it. I'll be a generous
Oh, ow.
DM, a very generous DM. Either that, or maybe I want this to succeed too.
Goodbye, alien land. And almost dead. I'll cradle your head.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, like, you're kind of used to alien-like work, aren't you?
Okay.
Actually, yeah,
I see why.
hard.
I see how it was confusing because like when I'm a mod, the things work differently.
Yeah. And I needed my mods at work today because apparently I got bot dropped, which is weird. All right, re-roll on it, and here is the intelligence. It's not a saving throw; it's just the intelligence. So let's just
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
just straight intelligence.
Congratulations, you succeed in disappearing. So
Yes!
she goes to counter you, but you basically give her the double birds and. I mean, that's what I would do. You do you though. So what does it look like when you disappear?
But it's like, in fact, no, actually, as he's leaving, he would say, "Oh fuck, I had this in my head, but it went away." It's Oh no, I got it.
Okay.
I'm taking my mother elsewhere.
Ooh, very good. So you step through the door. Where did you intend to go?
He is literally like taking the maximum distance that he can in order to actually leave the estate.
All right. You jump through the door, and as you're looking through the door itself, you could see like what looks like a field of some sort. But without question, you jump through the door, and vamp, you disappear, and you land. And I'll get back to that on the next turn. So Faustus and Mother Dearest are no longer in sight. So we'll go ahead and move them off the table since they are safe for now. And seeing that Faustus has left with Josephine, he goes, Lady Lillian, it seems your son's being rebellious. What should we do with the guest? I'll allow you guys to have a moment to have a conversation. Maybe you guys can get this past aggressiveness. However, you know, if the conversation doesn't go accordingly, she will continue the fight. Don't mind that roll. I just had a thing on my screen that needed to be clicked. It's like an itch that doesn't go away. So Sebastian's like, should we just shoot the guest, or are we here to kill them now? Do any of you say anything?
Guardian Amara, Prerogative Order 64. Protect fallen comrades.
Now listen here, he says, as he's still invisible.
Yeah,
So there's just a voice. Look, I met them like an hour ago. I joined up to take on bandits. I came here for a nice dinner or whatever the hell. And I've literally not attacked anyone. I mean, I tried to lift the big guy, but... I mean... Can you blame me? I mean, look at that. So,
Make a persuasion though. Like you can continue your monologue, but make a persuasion.
this floating persuasion.
Guys, you
Yeah.
can't write this. This is gold.
I just gotta check something real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, goody. Persuasion.
Oh.
Yeah, I was...
I mean, you got a reaction you could burn.
Yeah, I'll make an attempt. Flash of genius. It makes it a 14, but yeah.
All right. Well, I got your words under consideration. I mean, he makes a fair point, Lillian. Oh, I will not have any of your lip today. All right, but anybody else say anything? Like, this is just me going around the table asking if you have a conversation piece you want to try to either talk your way out. I'm offering the opportunity, or if you're head set on trying to fight your way out, you can do that too. I do not mind either way.
Imara can't speak in this form.
That's fine. We know you're in protection mode. She just kind of like, what a problem child you are.
I mean, I can't speak, so unless somebody comes over and just gives me a quick love tap of healing.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Kronk, do you got anything to say? I think that's what I'm waiting for.
We do not wish to fight, we just want to protect our friends. And if we fight, we will wreck this house more.
God damn it, Kronk!
Roll me a persuasion check. And because you put the house in the conversation, you get advantage.
No way.
That
No
is
way.
True. I do not want my house to be any more ruined than you've already done. Fair enough. But mark my words, I will get Faustus back. Wait, are we done fighting then, or? Yes, you can go back to whatever the fuck you were doing. Leave. Thank God. Ugh. And he disappears, and the door opens for you. I think I need another death save though, Arthur.
Okay, this isn't gonna end well at all.
I mean, we can burn cookie clusters all night.
I will burn cookie
no.
clusters. Does Faustus want to buy me advantage? I will let him.
You have very few clusters. I have money to burn.
You have money. I mean, if I am going to feed Crimson well tonight, this is the night, right? I mean, Friday was
My
pretty good,
name's
too.
Faust. I have so much clusters.
He sure does. What can I say?
Oh my
He
God.
likes to watch the streams. If not, he's lurking.
Oh.
That's all.
I'm gonna put poor Arthur.
Poor
Figuratively and
Arthur.
literally.
All right, your clusters have been received. There we go. We got 2 successes. I remember you getting 2. So, Amara, you can start hauling him out of here. And unless anybody wants to give him any kind of healing, I'll make him make his last death save.
Oh, if we're out of combat, I'll cure him up.
All right, yeah, go ahead and hand him a cure, and then I'll turn back to Faustus. Shella just kind of like scuttles over like a crab, keeping face forward, and just kind of like walks over here. We're just free to go like that? Wait. And Shell's got this confused look. I was so excited to meet you, and I'm sorry it had to turn out this way. What are you doing tomorrow? I punch her in the
Guardian
face.
form.
No.
Holds out one of her disembodied arms, and a little tiny hologram pops up.
Hi, this is a message for Lady Dawnbreaker. I really admire the way your butlers handle their rapiers. How did you train them?
She blinks for a moment. It's like, it's not time for conversation, child. Now leave before I change my mind.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. At which point, you guys make your way out of the...
Imara holds the door open.
Alright. And as you guys go out of the manor, make it out to the front yard, Faustus and Mother Dearest are nowhere to be seen. So now, Faustus, you dimension door in such a hurry, and then all of a sudden, you're in a field of like bright colored flowers, and you hear a harp being played, and it attracts the two of you to go towards it.
I don't recognize this place.
But it is filled with bright colors. A visage of light just seems to illuminate everywhere. She just kind of like looks around and, because, you know, no tongue, can't really talk. And she starts to move forward like something's calling to her in the direction of the harp.
Faustus will follow, but like ahead of her because he's probably still a bit on edge.
Mm-hmm. As you
he literally 6 seconds ago he was in a bad situation.
Very true, very true. But as you get closer to the harp, you see this beautiful woman dressed in like white robes, like think of a Grecian woman dressed in those white, what are they called? Starts with a T, right? Am I thinking something different? Like they're wearing white sheets. What is that called? It's called a
Toga?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Toga. And she's got like these golden leafed like crown going around her head, and she's got these beautiful blue eyes, and she's just playing this beautiful harp tune as you approach. And her smile literally lights up her entire frame. And your mother falls to her knees and gives praise. Welcome home, my children. And before you, you see something you may have heard of in tales. You are looking at the visage of Illumina, the goddess of light.
Faustus just blinking, unbelieving, just how you...
You're so quick to talk, and I do admire that. I've brought you here after I seen your desperate attempt. It's a shame I couldn't intervene, but the laws of divinity prevent me. But now, we can fix it. We can free her. You can both know that you are my children. That Your souls belong to me. That you do not have to be entrapped with these devils and demons anymore.
Wait, are you saying you can free us both?
Indeed. But I'm afraid, due to the powers that you have obtained, you would not be able to call upon those devilish, fiendish powers that you have gotten. However, I would not have you waste your efforts, your training, everything that you have become to this point. Faustus, you are a light to this world, and that makes me proud. And you look down, you see your mother? She starts crying. All along, she got to stay by your side, even though she never got to know. But she knows now, and she touches her forehead, and the tears just continue to fall. Your ability to continue with these fiendish warlocks, I believe you need to make an end. In the pact, and as I said, because you have trained, I will become your patron. It might not be easy to fully pull off, but if anybody's going to bring light into this world, it would be a follower of mine. I would have you follow me, as you should know yourself. The blood you carry, your mother, she fell in love with the Nazamar, one of my children. And there's like this bright light that's behind her, and it kind of takes the visage of what your father looks like. As you can see, he walks where the light shines once more. And for you, this light can shine again. All you have to do is break the pact you're in, and I will redeem you as my child. But for now, a mother's embrace should not be ignored. And she separates herself from the situation, and your mom just delivers the biggest hug, and you can feel her tears falling upon your shoulders.
Faustus, at first kind of stunned, but the hug and the tears, like, he then starts wholeheartedly, like, reciprocating, and he's crying too. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
The sobs are
I'm
continuing.
so sorry.
She, Illumina herself, touches both of your shoulders and embraces you. My poor children, you suffered long enough. You will know that your friends were able to escape. Apparently, after the interest was lost, Lillian, I believe is what she's called, has let that go for now. But I know deep in her heart, she's not going to let you go easily. Be on your guard. Morning Star. And the mother, kind of like recognizing the last name, kind of like nods her head at you.
I won't let her take us again. We will never be chained down again. This I promise you.
I'm sure your mother appreciates hearing that, Christopher. She goes back to playing the harp. And slowly the bright plane of lights and colors, the beautiful field that you met her in, starts to fade away. And you find yourself 500 feet away from the manor, maximum distance, probably putting you at the start of a city block. And you can see most of your allies running out of the manor, coming towards your direction. And as we kind of like zoom in on the scene, we see Faustus and his mother embracing as they just appear out of nowhere in the middle of the street where you guys are now seeing them. Oh dear, and I just had a look at the time. We could probably wrap it up right here and process these emotions. Unless you got something final you want to say.
He will, realizing that everybody is coming toward him, like trying to like wipe his face and
Faustus,
say to them all, "Everyone, this is my mother, Josephine Morningstar."
Pleasure to meet you, Mom. Do anybody else react to that?
Good evening.
I mean, other than just falling onto the ground, spitting out blood, then heavy breathing.
Hi, Amara. But Amara's not here right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
She tries to speak, but nothing comes out. I don't think she can respond, Amara. You might have to come back in person to talk to her.
Amara scans the premises, not sure if there's any safety at the moment.
Make a perception check. There's a way to scan for this.
Ooh. Ooh, scanning.
I miss
Let's
you
see
so much.
what we can see. I'm just
Appar-
artery.
Yeah, that 5. Yeah, there's no threats around here. You see a butterfly, and then all of a sudden, Shella starts running after it. Oh, butterfly! And I think that might be where we end the session, because we know what happens when Shella finds butterflies. Alright, so if you guys are okay with that, of course. Like, I mean, this is a wonderful scene we just came on. I would love to continue it, but we do have to end it eventually, right? So I'll just go into my announcements. Join us every Monday for this campaign. It starts at 7 p.m. Central and lasts to about now. And oh, what a story we got told. And Mara, it was a pleasure to have you back. If you're coming back more often, I will save you a spot at the table, but I don't expect it. But if you're able to, you just let me know, all right?
I'll do what I can.
Nah, you did. And Jack, welcome to the group. I hope you had fun tonight.
I had a blast.
Ah, love hearing that. All right, so the next time we're streaming will definitely be Wednesday at 7 p.m. where we go back to our Cursed Estrad, and we finally leave the Amber Temple. Yay! And hopefully we go confront Strahd, or I think we got to stop in Vallaki. That's the first thing, and then we'll see what happens from there. But then again, I come to the realization that Strahd might not even have to lift a finger. So, look forward to that one. Join us Friday at 5 p.m. for open roleplay. So like these people here, there's a few of them that actually come on Fridays. And if you want to roleplay with us and join in a session with some of these players that play in some of the main campaigns, we're more than happy to play with you. So viewers and people from the Roll20 forums are invited to come play D&D with us Friday at 5 p.m. And that can last anywhere till 10:30 or 11 o'clock. So depending upon how intense the sessions are, look for a long one. Like, those are a lot of fun. We got a very interesting story. Nearly blew up a ship with a bag of beans that we fed to a mouse at the top of a crow's nest. I mean, the guy literally fell out with a banana tree that produced out of the mouse, and then the bag of beans just fell open and busted the mast. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. come join us on Fridays and find out. I don't know what else to tell you. So yeah, we threw out a bunch of subs today, right? Thank you again, Mitchie. Appreciate the love and support that you guys have. If you have a subscription to the channel and you want to play D&D on a Sunday at 12 p.m. Central, we have our sub-only campaign where we just spent a shit ton of gold and we're like, where did it all go? Oh, this fancy new house that we made. I will have a talk with that crew to verify that everything that they purchase is actually what they want, so we might recon a few things, but we'll talk about that on Sunday. So definitely, yeah, if you're part of Sunday and you want to go over that, let's get a half hour before and have that conversation. But I'll make that announcement in Discord. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are my days off, but if I find something worth streaming, I might stream a variety game of some sort. I am definitely waiting for Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to try to get my hands on the early access. And if you guys want to play that together, we can do that on those days off or anytime I'm not streaming D&D. Other than that, I think that's everything. Oh, December 12th at 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. We're going to be having 12 hours of D&D charity stream for St. Jude. So help us raise money, come support the channel, and if you are part of our community, sign up to be a player. Check our community, I believe it's in Help Wanted, so like we're looking for help on the, one of those pages has it. There's like a little sign up sheet, you can put what hours you're available, but we are looking to do at least 4 campaigns, 2, 4, 6, 8, well, anywhere to fill the 12-hour slot. So depending upon how many DMs I have ready to do one-shots and stuff like that, you can use donations to give them advantage, disadvantages, boon, banes, or a draw from the deck of many things. Support a good cause. Join us in December for that. What else did I need to say about that? Oh, yeah, the one thing we will be doing, I know what I'm doing. I am going to be hosting a one-shot where Robant, the young little girl that runs around with Friday's campaign, we're going to do a time skip of 5 years. And those who are still alive, because I realize some of you could die and not come back, we're going to see what happens to Robot 5 years from now and run that scenario and see if we could stop her from getting married or if we should let her get married. That's going to be an interesting one. Okay, I'm done announcing stuff. I think I'm going to take a break tonight. Say goodnight, everybody, to Twitch and Facebook.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And what a wonderful night it is. We are going to go ahead and raid somebody. I'll find somebody to raid, hopefully. If probably going to be a Final Fantasy 14. Just ask them if they heard the calling. But stay tuned. We're going to raid. Take care. Have a good night. And do you hear the calling?